Let's get deep, going deep, Chad and JT.
Oh, there we are. Episode 73 of Going Deep with Chad and JT. Welcome, my dogs. Before we begin, just want to let you guys know that we are brought to you by the leaders in nut grooming, our dogs at Manscaped. These guys are making sure that your balls are looking fresh like a freaking squirrel's fresh pair of most cherished acorns. So, what up? Keep your trims pubed. Thank you, Manscaped. And what up to episode 73?
What up, dude?
What's up?
Do we have a paid ad today from Manscaped?
No. But I love Manscaped. So
That's awesome.
I just want to give them a shout out and just let them, even if they aren't paying us for this one, I want people to know that we are brought to you by Manscaped. And Douglas Lube, of course.
And Helix Beer Bongs.
And Helix Beer Bongs.
And Danny Babona.
Daniel Babona. And we got our dog back in studio. Welcome, Strider, in the building.
Legends, dude. Stoked to be here. Stoked to be with my dogs,
stoked
dude.
to have you.
So fired up, dudes.
It's the post-Cabo crew.
Yep.
Oh, yeah.
Good times, dude. Very relaxing. Super dank, dude. I mean, that hotel was right on the water, dude. I was going to sleep next to my two dogs, dude. Even though I had the cot, but that's chill, dude. I mean, you know, what can you do, dude? I mean, you know, I was super stoked to be there and just, dude, listening to the waves crash, hearing my dogs breathing easy next to me, dude, and watching freaking Face Off like 3 nights in a row. Legit.
Yeah. It's a great movie.
Yeah.
I knew it was going to be a good vacation when we walked into the room and immediately there's a hammock.
Yeah.
Good call. It was nice to wake up, get out of bed, cruise outside, check the waves, and then just spend a little more time in that hammock, you know?
Yeah.
And go, you know, I'm not quite ready to start moving yet. Let me chill.
I think I'll always remember the trip for how many avocados I ate every day.
Dude,
Yeah.
you were dude, it was impressive. We would get guacamole and salsa, you know, one in Rome. We're down in Cabo. Of course, we want some and the guacamole they gave you, this wasn't one of those stingy places where it's like, "Oh, here's your little one-sided guac."
Yeah.
There was like 3 avocados in this guac.
Yeah.
And then JT would order his meal and be like, "Also, can I get an avocado on the side?" And every waiter, very nice guy, all different very nice guys, each of them the same reaction. Okay.
I can see it in your skin. You're glowing now.
Thank
You look good, dude. You look good. And you
From
put a
all
little
that- What's up?
put a little pepper on there, dude. It looked dank. I'm not gonna lie. It looked dank.
It's a good meal.
Yeah.
I love avocado. Yeah, the guac, it was like a tub.
Mm-hmm.
They're like, here, let's put this keg full of guac here.
And they put some dank, like, I don't know, like Oaxacan style cheese in there. That even though we were in Cabo,
Yeah.
so dank.
Queso fresco, it felt like.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh.
Is that what it's called? Oaxacan?
Yeah, that's like I feel like it's heavily used. Like I went to this. Me and my Jeff went to this like dank Oaxacan style Mexican food place, which I feel like they kind of do in like.
And that's a state in Mexico, right?
Yeah, an area of Mexico, and all I know, like the definition to me is like they have that cheese, and it's not too much as spicy. Like maybe it's closer to Tex-Mex. I could be way off. I'm sure someone knows better than I do, but in any case, very dank is all I'm saying.
I think my dog's on the money.
Appreciate my dog. Appreciate it.
I've noticed you are able to name these extravagant foods like Oaxacan cheese.
Yeah.
I can't even think of any other names because I don't know any, but maybe you could list some off.
Oh, dude. Right now, sriracha is one that we all know.
Yeah.
But, dude, me and my GF get sriracha shrimp bowls from Trader Joe's. Very dank. You know, a lot of people shy away from the frozen foods, but, dude, you're at TJ's. They're keeping it right, dude. You look at turn it over, dude, serving size. Not too much salt in the frozen dish. Very dank, dude.
Not to be nitpicky, but I think what we're looking for is something with like a specific regional name.
Oh, yes,
Yeah.
yes. Dang, dude. Let's see. I mean, you know, of course, there's Szechuan chicken. We all know that. But Szechuan is a region in China. You know what I mean?
Oh.
Kung Pao, a region, dude.
Oh, ni hao.
Dude,
Strider, when the pressure is on, you deliver, my friend.
appreciate my dogs.
Yeah.
Appreciate my dog, my freaking dogs, dude.
Konnichiwa, my dog.
Pad Ki Mao is a freaking dank Thai dish where my GF and I went recently for my B-Day. We did Thai dinner. We love Thai. And that's a region in Thailand, too. Close to Khao Sok, which is where we went we didn't ride the elephants. It's not good to ride the elephants. You know,
Yeah.
there's the, I forget the name of the dude who like oversees the elephants. It's like you know how there's a Sherpa who will like lead you up Everest, which
Yeah.
foreshadow. But it's like the person who is like has the relationship with the elephant like best, like they like love each other.
The elephant man.
Dude, exactly. And like they're supposed to be the only ones
How do you know
that
they love
ride.
each other?
Oh, there's no question, dude. Like the elephants, dude, very receptive, very loving creatures, dude. They're where I was a reserve. It was all females, sadly, because the males were poached for their tusks.
Oh, boner jam.
Total boner jam. And so you would go there and like you could bathe the elephants and feed them. And there was this one, I'm gonna say, kind of a cradle robber. Elephants live a long time. She was like 53, dude, and she kept freaking putting her tusk around me. We had good energy, dude.
Right.
We were vibing, and she didn't do that. Some of the other dudes, there was this buff dude who tried to take down some freaking Thai spice. He's like super buff, and his girlfriend also buff, like a CrossFit couple. And he's like, I want the Thai spice. Try to house it. His face was red and tearing up. His girlfriend's like, babe, you don't have to. He's like, I'm liking this. I'm enjoying this. Everyone there was like very uncomfortable for him. The elephants did not like that guy. He had bad energy, dude.
The elephants are like, nah, dude. Yeah, what kind of things would they do to display their affection?
Mainly,
like a tap on the butt with a trunk.
I mean, dude, their eyes are very present. Like, have you ever been to the zoo and they're like, don't look the gorillas in the eyes, and then you're like, fuck that, and then you do it, and you're like, whoa, there's a soul behind there.
Right.
Like, there's a soul, like a horse. Like, there's a soul in there, you know? Like,
Whoa.
their eyes are very, very present.
So it's almost like they tell you not to look the animals in the eyes, not because of what it'll do to the animal, but because of what it'll do to you.
Damn.
It's all about the moolah.
The Jing,
Money, sex, and power.
baby. Name of our first
Zoo
album.
Culture.
Zoo Culture. dude.
Culture. It's the name of a gym in Thousand Oaks.
Dude, Zoo Culture, you could literally go to Huntington Beach, start a gym called Zoo Culture, put some like, you know, some exotic animals like gator, and just doing like power cleans next to it, dude.
Oh, dude.
And like, you know, like what like animal represents each lift. JT's probably expertise on this, but like a cheetah obviously is going to be your cardio.
Yeah.
You're on the treadmill. You know what
Dude,
I'm saying?
you gotta throw pit bulls in there. Every time I see my
Yeah.
girlfriend has a pit bull mix, and I'll just look at her name is Rosie. I'll just look at her quads. I'll be like, Rosie, what are you doing for your quads? And then she like just kind of stares at me. I'm like, oh yeah, you can't talk,
Right.
you know? And we have that interaction like every time I walk in. I'm like, Rosie, what up, dude? Like, what are you doing for those hams? And we like look at each other. I'm like, oh fuck, you can't talk.
But dude, but you feel it though. But she knows you're there.
Yeah.
Like you look at Rosie and you look at her eyes. She's present.
Yeah, I try to make eye contact, maybe do some like mind thing, because I think we're all, you know, you hear it on Joe Rogan all the time. We're like almost to like being able to read minds. So I'm like, maybe I can sort of cross that threshold. But nah.
Dude, maybe one day. I mean, I guess until then, just, you know, keep supersetting squats with something explosive, and then, you know, isolating the quads on some lunges.
I think it's the. I think he's a bioethicist, Peter Singer. He says it's okay to bone animals if it's mutually
Whoa.
pleasurable. I don't know if that's like his main thing, but I've seen that he gave people the green light on that.
Interesting. I mean, it's just tough. You really got to get consent from that animal. Otherwise, you're,
No, and I want to say for the record,
yeah.
I'm on the fence.
Yeah.
You know, I have felt, you know, for a long time that I have a special connection with golden retrievers.
Mm-hmm.
Like sexual?
Just some
I
special.
mean, there's a tingling that goes on in my bod, and like
Yeah.
I don't, you know, I see a golden retriever and they look at me and they just, I'm like,
Maybe it's the
like,
flow.
well, I can't explain, you know, it's more like a look they give where they're just like, are you gonna fuck me or not? I'm like, what?
I feel you.
Right. Do you?
Then you give them a treat, and then you're like, that's what it was all along.
I'm gonna give you a different kind
They're
of bone.
hungry.
Yep.
I give them a different kind of bone.
Yeah,
copy.
exactly. Dude, exactly.
Yeah.
Oh, dude. That's what I'm talking about.
Which bone do you give?
milk bone?
Milk bone, yeah.
Oh, okay.
Nice.
And then some of that bacon that's not bacon.
Keeping them healthy. One of those little sticks to chew on to keep their teeth nice and healthy and their
Yeah.
breath fresh.
Or a dog with peanut butter.
Oh, yeah. Give them a nice
Very
calm.
yeah, you put the
Yeah.
peanut butter inside the little bone. Like
Yeah.
a reusable bone.
Yeah,
They'll go to town on that.
yeah.
Dude, Cabo was such a great town too.
Oh,
it's just designed
yeah.
to like get you lit.
Yes.
Like it's just like, hey, welcome. There's no speed bumps here. Just go as fast as you want to go
Yeah.
in the party lane.
You're ordering 3 shots of tequila at breakfast. Nobody's blinking. Nobody's skipping a beat. You order an extra avocado, little blink, but let's keep rolling. You got the green light. That's just how that town is. Also, dude, when we were at Nowhere Bar, and I mean our buzzes were just hitting a nice level, dude.
Oh, I remember. Yeah, Nowhere
We were
Bar.
at Nowhere Bar, and dude, we were doing it right. We were ordering some shots of freaking dank Don Julio and water bottles, dude. We were being genius about it. Really beneficial the next day. Really beneficial.
Yeah.
But then we look over, and dude, I'm not gonna lie to you, old dudes on Cabo trip were loving JT. From
Oh,
the
yeah.
plane, there was this old dude loving talking to JT. Everywhere we went, dude, restaurants, surfer dudes at the hotel, they'd just see JT and they'd be like, come here. Dude, I went down to breakfast. JT's just housing an avocado by himself, probably his 5th avocado of the day. It was 9 a.m. Just chilling there, dude. Holding court with like 8 old dudes. I don't even know what they're talking about, dude.
Nice.
Incredible.
I just let them talk.
Yeah, what do you think
That's
it is?
what it is.
Is it your youthful kind of Latino passion, or is it
I think
your-
I think that's definitely a big part of it.
or
I
is it
think
your interest level?
I think it's I give them like eye contact that I get it. I say I understand what you're doing. I appreciate it, and I know where you're coming from. I try to convey that in my face and in my good to meet you.
What do
Yeah.
they open up to you? Like, do they start diving into their marriages or what?
Sometimes.
Yeah.
Yeah. I had my driving instructor when I was like 15. Like he dropped me off and he had tears in his eyes.
Really?
My mom was like, "What did you guys talk about?" And I was like, "He's like marriage." And when they closed the Air Force Base in El Toro, we drove by it.
You guys just talking about change.
Yeah.
Fuck
and him and his brother were competitive. But once he came back from the military, he's like, "Dude, I can't fight you anymore. Like I'm trained to put guys down."
Unreal that you're able to
Wow.
focus on this and learn where your hazard lights are.
Yeah.
You know? And how to take an unprotected left.
Dude, a 3-point turn.
Impressive, dude. Yeah.
Diving into someone's like
Yeah.
tough marriage
Dude,
while
yeah.
you're doing a 3-point turn.
100%, dude.
Dude, my mom,
That's learning to
You
drive.
parallel parking, talking about militaristic infrastructure, dude.
Yeah.
Big time stuff.
Whoa.
Big time stuff.
I don't even know what that means.
Neither do I.
my mom walked in on my guitar teacher talking to me one time, and
Yeah.
I say walk in because this is what he was saying. He goes, "JT, what you have to understand is that the vagina is designed like a baseball mitt. It's hard. It can take an impact. The ass rectum is like tissue paper." My mom was like, "What's up, Bob?"
What are
Dude,
you
he
guys,
was-
you guys practicing chords or
He
what?
was
dude? You guys-
hilarious, dude. He wrote this cornball song. No disrespect, Bob, you're a great guy. But I just didn't think the song was like had a mature enough perspective. But it was about like love in all the different languages. So he says I love you in like 9 different languages. But it was a little just too like treacly and cute. But he calls Alicia Keys' office from my house so they wouldn't recognize the number or something.
Amazing.
And so I'm just sitting there and he's like, "Hey, did Alicia get the demo?" And they're like, "Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah, we're in the review process right now."
Yeah.
Bob was like, "All right, cool, good." I was like, "Bob, come on, man."
Dude, that's amazing. I got another guitar instructor story. My parents like wanted us to like all learn instruments, you know, which looking back as a kid, you hate it. You're like, why don't I want to learn the piano? This is so stupid. Then you get older and you're like, oh man, what a great
I wish I
skill to
would've
have.
known.
I wish
Yeah.
I would have done it. It's amazing to
I wish I
have.
would've known.
So relaxing. They say youth's wasted on the young, you know, and in that case, in musicality it is. But they wanted us to take this guitar lesson with this dude named Randy that we met at like the music shop where my dad bought like too many instruments and we all like sucked at them. Except my brother Andrew, he's really good. And Matthew's not bad. But freaking we go to this dude's house, Randy's house. My dad's driving us. We pull up and it's kind of where my house in San Juan is now, my mom's house, like right down there, like right across from Ambule. And we go there and there's just a mannequin in the front window with like Christmas lights on it and lingerie. My dad, immediate U-turn. Never learned to play the guitar, boys. It was June. Very strange.
Yeah.
We did not give my dad's like, we're not, no one's going into that house.
What was he thinking, putting that in his window?
Dude, that was his decor style, dude, you know?
I kind of respected that. He's like, "Hey, neighbors,
Maybe he's like, maybe
I'm a freak."
maybe only true musicians can come in this house because like musicians are so like free spirited and wild. He's like, if you can take a mannequin,
True.
with a thong on, and Christmas lights, then you're wild enough to become a musician.
Dude, that's really, yeah.
Respect.
Because like if Prince saw that, he'd probably
Yeah.
walk right in.
Yeah.
He'd be like, those are the wrong lights.
Prince would
Purple.
already be wearing that outfit.
He'd be like, I need to
Yeah.
discover what kind of sexuality that is.
Yep.
yeah,
Yep.
through my guitar neck.
Yep.
And then who's the other? David Bowie's just like, dude,
Oh,
you're on my wavelength.
100%, dude.
Space.
What's the name of your mannequin? I've
Yeah.
already named it and given it a whole backstory if you're Bowie.
Yeah.
It's from another planet. It's a space traveler. He's been here. He's trapped in an iron bucket and he landed in your window.
What's the name of your mannequin in your
Um,
window? And what's it wearing?
Interesting, dude. I love this. Dude, honestly, probably my name of my mannequin's like Gavin, and he's probably like in a turtleneck and khakis and just a pretty gathered guy. You know, I want people to feel comfortable. Like, hey, you can come to my window, and you know, you can probably get any. It's like a Steve Jobs type looking mannequin.
What's your mannequin?
My mannequin. Man, Strider just had such a fire mannequin. It's hard to.
I mean, dude, these
Narrow.
are I can mass produce these things, dude.
It's hard to narrow
I'll make
mine
two.
Yeah.
Make another.
Yeah. No, I mean that same one. I make that one. Like, there gonna be two Gavins.
Oh, my bad.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I can make another mannequin, dude. Freaking Gavin needs a GF, of course, dude. Fire GF. One of those mannequins you see on like the, you know, like a local like bodega in a tourist town.
Yeah.
Excuse me, dude. You know, got all the right.
Because
measurements.
I was gonna go with a female mannequin
Respect.
just because of the sexuality thing. But I'd go with more of like the modern woman, you know. So maybe a pantsuit and a nice blouse.
Like Melanie Griffith in Working Girl.
Yeah, and a beret.
Whoa.
Dang.
Yeah.
She's stylish.
Yeah.
She probably works. Sounds like she works at a magazine.
Yeah, but with sunscreen in hand, so you know that, you know, it's not just, you know, Devil Wears Prada. It's like Devil Wears Prada plus Cabo.
Legit. What mannequin do you have, dude?
I think my mannequin's like 5'10",
Nice.
pretty well built, kind of like Mel Gibson's build.
Mm-hmm.
And he's wearing swim trunks.
Mm.
And he's kind of turning away from the window like he's in movement.
Mm.
I love that.
Like he's going somewhere.
Exactly. I
Oh,
like that too.
I thought you were.
He's not going from something. He's going towards something.
Yeah.
Love that.
I thought you were saying turning away because he was shy.
I thought about that, but but the more I thought about it, I just think when you think about a mannequin in the window, it feels like it's watching you, and I want my mannequin to feel like it's just living its life.
Mm. Mm.
You're spying on it.
Mm-hmm.
Fucking hey, that's sick.
Yeah. Dudes, so we had a big week in stuff happening. We were featured again on the Howard Stern show.
Oh,
Sick.
that was tight.
That was crazy. And then we got to shoot a video with Zed
That was
to
cool.
promote his new concert, Zed in the Park in Los Angeles. Get your tickets, guys.
Yeah, September 7th.
Nice.
I think it's in Los Angeles. Zed will be in the park. We'll be there, probably.
Dude, concerts at an outdoor venue, very dank.
Dude, Zed's house was
Unreal.
ridiculous. Yeah.
Really?
Unreal. And yeah, it's just like on top of a hill, and he has hibachi grills
What?
built into the countertop.
What?
And he had
Yeah.
trees with like sponges for leaves inside
Yeah.
the house.
Whoa.
Yeah,
Foliage inside.
yeah.
Unfortunately, we didn't get to meet Zed. We shot on different days,
Yeah.
but we met his brother,
Arcady.
Arcady. Very cool guy.
What'd
What'd you say?
Something different. He was a good guy. And
It was fun.
It was really fun.
He has a gym in there.
the gym was great.
That's
lots
what it's all
lots
about,
of cars.
dude.
Very modern.
He had the Theragun that everyone's talking about now.
Oh, yeah. My brother's got one of those, dude.
Infinity pool.
So dang.
Should
epic.
I drop the tidbit about the keg stand?
Oh yeah, yeah.
So according to Zed's brother, their cousin did his first keg stand because of Chad Goes Deep.
Really?
Yeah.
High praise. I mean, that's probably the most fire thing that I've heard in a long, long time, dude.
Yeah, that's
Just
sort of
legit,
what
dude.
It's sort of what you want when you start making art. It's like I hope I can inspire some young potential partier to get after it.
Dude,
and-
yeah, 100%. And I'll even take a step farther and say that a keg stand is a group experience. You're bringing with art. You want to bring bros, and everyone together, and like a keg stand takes 3 bros or 2 bros if one of them's jacked
Mhm.
to lift you up, and then probably another third, maybe one jack bro to lift you, another jack bro to keep pumping the keg, and then the dude that's doing the stand. So I mean, that's people working together to have a nice time. So that fires me up.
Yeah, and someone to cheer you on.
Yeah.
Oh,
I think that's
Yeah.
super important.
Yeah, it's like a minimum of 3 or 2, but the
Mhm.
number can be as big as you want it.
Yeah.
yep.
And then if you get a person you don't expect to doing it, like you get like the soccer coach doing it, although the soccer coach ends up coming to too many parties, and you're like, all right, now this guy might need to get fired.
Dial it
Yeah.
back. Less is more.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, I've seen like, but you get like a mom to be doing it, and then everyone just goes ape shit, bro.
Oh my God. Yeah.
Dude, Zed messaged us and he's like, come to Zed in the park and do keg stands there.
He said that?
Mm-hmm.
Wow, that's so cool.
That's tight.
So I think
What
come
do
to
you-
Zed in the park and we'll all do keg stands.
Fired up, dude. Some freaking BL Smooths or some Coors Lights, dude.
Yeah, what's your preferred keg brewski?
I probably gotta go
Coors
Coors.
Light.
Yeah.
Light though, right?
Of course. Yeah. Oh no, not regular Coors. Coors, the banquet beer. I mean, that's like if I'm having a nice little patty melt. You know, my GF's crushing some dank. You know, maybe like probably a dank like grilled cheese or something vegetarian. Maybe a nice piece of fish like cedar plank salmon, and then we're splitting some bee sprouts,
Bee sprouts for
Brussels
sure.
sprouts.
I checked out for a second. How did you get there?
Oh, that was gonna say that's when I'm gonna have. That's the only occasion I'll have like a regular Coors
Oh,
to go with
for
to complement that meal.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
when I'll do
yeah.
a Budweiser too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But as
I
far
love
as
Budweiser.
dude, you do like the Budweiser.
Yeah, I like the
Interesting.
Bud.
You love
Bud.
quantity beer, Coors Light. Quality beer, you go Buzz.
Yeah.
Bud. Interesting.
That is interesting.
What
My
are you
dog.
What are you drinking?
I mean, I love Bud Light.
Respect.
I love their Twitter feed.
Respect.
I used to be a big Racer 5 guy, but now I've been more cognizant of my skin, especially after this fire J-Lo quote where she's like, I don't drink because it fucks up your skin. I'm like, whoa, that was poignant. So now I'm more on the light side. I drink barley pops to preserve my facial features.
Smart.
Very
Yeah.
smart.
Hey, by the way, Stokers, we have Emma in studio. You may remember her. What episode were you on last? Like 50 something?
60.
A while ago, yeah.
Yeah. And we changed our logo. It's got the In and Out vibe, much
Right.
to Aaron's chagrin. Suck it, Aaron. If you listen to the last episode, Aaron does not like In and Out, so we changed the logo to spite his ass.
Aaron,
Nice.
you know, I miss you, dude, but you fucked up, bro.
I think he was so hurt that he's like, I can't even come in today. And now we have Emma, a true supporter of In and Out, supporting us and the logo.
Duh.
But dude, you know, Aaron, you guys said he loves Five Guys. Now, Five Guys is dank, but it's a dank like only because they have so many ingredients there that you can put on your burger, and it is fresh, which I will give them that. But as far as like, In-N-Out has a burger that they go, we got you. You're gonna get a double, and you're gonna love it. That's what I respect about In-N-Out. By the way, JT's wearing the shirt right now. Just happens to be. It's not a Five Guys shirt. You know, and I'm not gonna say. I'm so comfortable with my burger choice that I don't need to discount anyone else's choice. If you like Five Guys, great, cool. I'm not gonna say I hate it. I like it.
Yeah, I'm not a burger elitist. I think all burgers are great, but for him to just completely discount In-N-Out was just, it felt like a personal attack.
True.
Mm-hmm.
And, you know, he's the man. I love him to death, but he fucked up.
He did.
Yeah.
And when you fuck up, we got to come correct that. So the logo is now.
True. We don't want to
Yeah.
enable them, dude. We don't want to just keep letting this happen. We're gonna be true good friends and be like, this is how it is, dude.
Yeah.
Don't even get me started on Whataburger, dude.
It is so overrated.
Yeah.
Is
But
it?
it's good. I mean, we had it and it's cool, but it's like people from Texas, like it's defined in them, so they can't like ever betray it because, you know, the Texans are loyal people, which I respect.
Maybe that's the same thing with In-N-Out for us Californians.
True.
I
True.
haven't tried Whataburger.
You're not missing
You're
much.
not missing much.
So we were told too that the logo might be infringe on copyright issues.
The
So
trademark.
yeah, In-N-Out might take it down, but there's parody law. So we're trying to find out if there's homage law because that's what we're doing. We're paying homage.
Yeah, dude, homage law is dank. Maybe if we
Homage.
could bring that to the court.
I hope so,
Yeah.
That's a good call.
dude. We
Put-
really
we-
should bring that to the court.
Yeah.
That could be our next cause.
Yeah. Homage law.
Yeah, dude. Like you're giving homage to things, and people need to know that's okay.
We're not taking away from the original thing. If anything, we're driving more adoration towards it.
Plus,
True.
we pretty much keep them in business with how many Flying Dutchmen we get.
Yeah.
True. You guys are probably you are maybe two of the only dudes I know that get Flying Dutchmans, and you love them. Dude.
Like, you think I'm making
love
fun of
them.
you? Check X-ray my belly, dude.
Oh, dude, yeah.
Oh, for sure,
Oh,
dude. For
Yeah.
sure.
Beef in there. Your beef.
Thank you. And
Dude.
I go straight up, dude. I go straight up animal style, dude.
Yeah,
you know?
yeah.
And straight up animal style on that jury if we have to let them know that this is what's up, dude.
Speaking of X-raying stomachs, Chernobyl.
Whoa. Excellent segue.
Beautifully done, dude.
Heavy.
I
Have you
remember
watched
Very
it?
heavy. I watched all 4 episodes.
Heavy.
we get 2
heavy.
more, right? It's a 6-part
I think
miniseries.
5.
Greg said 5.
One
Dude.
more.
Okay, so you know Anatoly Diatlov or whatever? He's the guy who like denies it from the beginning. He's like one of the main guys. He's like, there's not graphite.
Yeah, so
'Cause
frustrating.
You didn't see graphite because it's not there. Stokers, if you haven't seen it, he's like one of the main engineers who like, he's like, it didn't blow. Like, we're all good.
Yeah.
And like, yeah, he is a major douche, but I was thinking about it and that I can't say I wouldn't do the same in that situation because I'd be so scared. I'd be like, what, dude? Nah, we're all good. Yeah, just come back later. Like, we got this figured out.
And especially if you're living in a system like Russia where you're not allowed to question whoever ranks above you.
Yeah.
Like, chain breaks down, we break down. So it's
Yeah.
all about just being like the best yes man.
Yeah.
Totally.
So you don't even have those muscles to be like, no.
Yeah.
I love how the scientist like scales it out. I love how he like paints it. He's like, it's 12,000 decrons or whatever it is of radiation every hour on the hour for the hour. And you're like, oh my God, like this is insane.
Yeah.
Like how destructive this thing is. I like how they like paint that for the audience. And then also knowing that they don't want to risk their own necks. They can't because the state they live in. And it's like this umbrella of death is just expanding and expanding.
And the stakes are so absurdly high
Oh, yeah.
every
Yeah.
episode. I laugh when they're like, here's what's at stake. They're like,
Yeah.
the water in the entire world for the next 10,000 years.
Yeah,
You're like,
yeah.
oh my God.
Yeah, dude, they're like, how drastic everything is. He's like, if we let this go, then the whole continent is screwed. And then for 10,000 years, you can't go to Europe.
Yeah.
And you're
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
damn, dude. And then they're all just there. What boggles my mind, too, is that they're just there by the plant. They're like, yeah, this is fucked up. And I'm like, dude, you guys are dying right now.
Well, yeah, when you see Stellan Skarsgård, so there's a lot of spoiler alerts in this conversation. When you see Stellan Skarsgård, when he gets the news that he's only going to live for maybe 5 more years, and you see him take that in and process it, you're like,
Yeah.
it's such good acting. And then a couple scenes later,
Yeah.
he basically tells everybody there helping that, yeah, we're all going to die, but... And this is like the good part of Russia is like
Yeah.
loyalty to things bigger than yourself. They're
Yeah,
like, but we
that
have
was
to
cool.
do this. I was like, whoa.
Yeah.
That was
Oh, those
cool.
miner dudes are the best.
The miners
Oh,
are the best.
love
Well, they
the
drop
miners.
dong, too.
Oh, yeah,
I don't want to
dude.
spoil it again,
Major
but they drop
dong.
dong.
Respect. Dude.
Yeah.
That miner is such a real guy.
Oh,
like
dude.
you're like, he is a
Unreal.
miner. Like he exists. You're like,
Yeah.
when the camera stops, he goes back to mining.
I love how every time he's like, nope, you're fucking me over somehow. Just tell me how it is. Don't lie. Okay, great.
Yeah.
So that's how it really is. Like if you just tell him how it really is, he's like, all right, I'll help you. But if you try to lie to me, no.
Yeah.
Don't try to
Yeah.
lie. At least give me the respect of truth.
Yeah.
I love that.
He's a beast.
yeah,
Yeah.
legend, dude.
Because they're stokers, they're like building a tunnel basically, and like it's so hot, but they can't use fans because then the fans will blow more radiation in their face essentially. So they're all dropping dong because it's so hot in the mine or
Yeah.
in the tunnel. And I was watching that, and the only thing I could think the whole time is like, Joe should have been cast in this.
Yeah.
dude.
He would have been great.
Because the scientists are like, to the miners are like, they're like, dude, like, you're exposed. You're more exposed. And he's like, would the clothes really have done anything anyways? And I bet if Joe had been in there and like you'd seen Joe's dong, they'd be like, you know what? Stay naked.
They all just
Oh.
salute.
Yeah.
Dude,
Just
no,
right
they-
away.
Yeah.
The whole crew
Bang.
could just been sent home. You get Joe a nice hard on whatever gets him hard, like, neatly folded laundry and like, nice freaking, Myers hand soap, in bulk.
You get him.
And so you get him a nice chub, and then his dong becomes the drill. It will literally drill through graphite, titanium, whatever it is, dude. Unstoppable.
And he
Fucking
does it
straight
all.
up
He does it all
Chernobyl.
with kind of like a begrudging, like modesty, where he's like,
Fine, I'll use my giant cock to fix the nuclear reactor.
Yeah,
Because
exactly.
you're all a bunch of idiots.
Exactly.
Goddamn Russia.
Oh, you need my dong to save East Germany. Okay, I get it.
I'm not gonna wear a jacket, okay? I'm already hot in there. I'm just gonna be naked. Go away and stop staring.
Joe, can you start drilling, please? Get hard.
Yeah, I'm doing it. After I'm done brushing my teeth and I have my oatmeal, I'll get myself hard.
Well,
Thank you.
Time is of the essence. We need this tunnel in like 2 hours.
I got it.
Joe, better base element, graphite or boron? Go.
Not doing that right now.
I don't care. What's either of those things, dumbass?
Joe, we need you. We need you to dig this tunnel. Fine, I'll do it.
Yeah, and
The hero we've needed all along.
we'd have to tell him not to fart so much because he'd be blowing graphite all over Russia.
True. Too much methane, dude. You can't mix methane in with the.
Just give me some turkey provolone.
That'd be the hardest part, telling him not to fart. I got mad at him this morning. I'm going to cut this, but I got mad at him this morning. I go, dude, you got to stop farting so much. He's like, what am I supposed to do? He's like, you smoke pot. I was like, I smoke pot outside, okay?
It is upsetting.
He farts constantly.
Really?
And he burps constantly. I'm like, he's like, what do you want me to do? Get cancer? It's funny. But I'm like, dude, like, I love you, but like, I have to say something. Like, please stop. He's like, what do you want me to do? I'm like, I've never lived with anybody who farts as much as you do and makes as much noise.
Yeah.
No
What's
one.
he eating? What's he eating all the
He
time?
eats a solid diet. It's nothing crazy.
I'll be in there for like 1-2 hours, and it's very upsetting.
It's, yeah.
And not
Really?
that I'm not like that grossed out. I'm just like, dude, why are you making so much noise?
And he chews so, I swear it's like an act of defiance somehow. He's
Yeah.
like, I'm looking at him, I'm like, are you like doing this at me?
Yeah.
But he's not, he just
Dude,
does
there's
that all
some
the time.
loud people. Johnson, our buddy, loud liver. The guy just lives loudly.
Yeah, he's just smashing shit.
Yeah, everything like is hot, like no grace on anything. Like that guy closes a drawer, he's gonna wake up someone in China. It's unreal.
Yeah, he's just like, kapow.
Yeah.
Poof. You come outside, you're like, are you like redoing the tiles?
Yeah.
And then
Yeah.
he's like, nah, dude, I'm just making myself a coffee. You're like, why the fuck are you fighting it in here?
Yeah.
Exactly. Fucking
Dude,
tornado.
Also, dude, the shot in Chernobyl in the first episode when the townsfolk are watching the nuclear reactor explode, and then it cuts to that slow-mo kind of like a particulate shot, and it's so beautiful, but you know that all these people are taking on radiation that's going to later kill them, and like just the dramatic irony in that and stuff. I was like, dude, this is like perfect movie making. It was so like haunting and
Yeah.
It is very repetitive though. Like with the, like as much as I do enjoy the stakes and everything, and like it's so of like we can't tell anything. Oh, there's another problem and it's gonna kill. Like if we don't get the graphite off the roof, like your dad's gonna come back and tell you how you let him down as an athlete, and then your whole family, you're gonna get punched in the face and the dick, and then the radiation is gonna, you know, and then you'll be humiliated in front of a girl you love, and like that's your death. And you're like, all right, dude, I get, like, I understand that, like that. They keep like reiterating the same kind of beats.
yeah, because when you start
know?
with like the world is ending stakes, you can't get smaller as it goes
Yeah.
on. So every episode's like, guess what? The world's ending in a slightly different way.
Yeah.
But I think that was also probably how it worked, where it's a little bit like whack-a-mole. You fix one problem, another one pops up, and they're just like
Yeah.
just shutting down disaster.
Yeah, did they I think the hardest one for me was the dogs. All the
Oh,
animals.
dude, yeah.
The writer said a lot of people couldn't watch that one.
Yeah.
Lucky for you, they didn't take out a golden retriever, dude.
Yeah,
'cause
right before you come.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Seriously, dude, you probably got a friggin' straight up chub noble.
Yeah.
And then friggin' just drilled a golden in the dome.
That'd be like watching a video of Riley Reid just going at it, and then someone shoots her in the head. I'd be like,
Yeah.
You got to cool off that boner in the Pripyat River.
Nice, dude. Freaking nice.
Dude, the writer of it, Craig Mazin, he did like the Hangover movies.
really?
Yeah, and this is like his first serious thing. And my roommate Greg told me he got it because he's buddies with Benioff and Weiss, the guys who did Game of Thrones. And he told them to reshoot the pilot of Game of Thrones because I guess it was a disaster.
Really?
And they went back and reshot it. So maybe like
Really?
Wow.
they're throwing him a bone back for such a big save. And he crushed it with this. It's like just ridiculously good.
It's crazy when you look at the credits. It'll be like written by, what's his name?
Craig Mazin.
Written by Craig Mazin, produced by Craig Mazin, directed by Craig.
Yeah.
Yeah, beast.
Nuts.
Dude, speaking of Game of Thrones, did you guys watch that Last Watch thing on HBO? The
No, I heard
behind
it's
the
great.
scenes? It's pretty great. There's this extra in there. This guy's a legend, dude. He's this Irish dude with a beard, and like he ends up getting a bunch of close-ups, and like, dude, it's really, really great. It's very moving. And just like watching the experience that all these people went through and like becoming a family. But dude, this guy's so charismatic. He honestly reminds me a lot of Johnson. He's
Really?
the Irish Johnson, dude. He's like fucking, you know, like, dude, he knows everything about Game of Thrones. Like, read every book. Like, he's one of the Stark army extras, so he's so stoked on being a Stark. He like loves Kit Harington. He gets the whole like every extra. He like gets a jacket made for every season.
That's
and
awesome.
I won't spoil, but there's like a very sweet scene towards the end with him. And dude, he's just like total, just genuine great guy.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Well, dude's going from one like a bureaucratic failure and like just total chaos to a real life one. We all reread the oral history that Grantland did on the Malice at the Palace, which is when the Detroit Pistons and the Indiana Pacers got into a fight and it exploded into the stands, and then pretty soon the Indiana Pacers were fighting off Detroit fans, which looked like it could go all the way to like someone getting killed.
yeah.
And so we reread the story where a lot of the guys who were involved in it talk about what happened. It's fucking crazy.
Crazy. And I have one name, and I know my dogs are gonna love the name, but dude, Jackson. He's the best.
He's
dude.
great.
the
He's a movie
best.
character.
Yeah, dude, he's the best. Like, dude, just him having his back, all of his quotes, dude. You know about it better than I do. What's his like? What does he say? He's like,
I can't judge what I did in that moment.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, I could sit here and talk about the money I lost or how my career changed because of that, but my friend is alive because I decided, like, but I don't have to worry about my friend being dead because I didn't have his back when he needed me. And you're just like, whoa, dude. Like, this guy is a warrior. Like, he has a warrior's mentality. And I guess, like, Tim Duncan says he's the best teammate he ever had. So it's not just like this moment. I think he was pretty consistent. But then he also got in trouble a lot and was like kicked off teams. So he's a very complicated but fascinating guy.
but he's got loyalty. And dude, Tim Duncan, paintballer, dude.
Tim Duncan
For
likes
real?
to paintball.
Yeah, he paintball.
Yeah.
Imagine that 7-footer out there, the great fundamental, just freaking drilling you.
That's like an archer
Oh,
from the tower, basically.
he's a sniper.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
We gotta go.
What about Ron Artest?
Dude, so
Dude,
gnarly.
Laying on the scoring table, he's just like, no, I'm not gonna get into this. Nah.
But see, part of me is like, when he laid on the scorer's table, it said, okay, I need to work, because he's been known in the league at that point. Like, he was like kind of a fighter, got a lot of technicals.
Kind of a hothead, yeah.
Total hothead. So he's like, oh, I'm going to separate myself from the situation. I'm going to lay down on the scorer's table. Part of me does kind of believe that. We're like, okay, maybe he is. But you also have to know, like,
You're making a spectacle of yourself.
totally a spectacle. No one lays down on the scorer's table.
Yeah.
And you're like, at that point, kind of mocking him, like, look at me, you're fired up, and look how chill I
Yeah,
am.
like, why are you mad? I don't give a fuck. I'm just over here relaxing, which
Yeah.
only infuriates the
Oh,
other person more.
100%.
It's like, it looks like a de-escalating move, but you could see it escalating in a million different ways.
It's a new tactic. It's a lateral move to build it up rather than
Yeah.
get in the face. So, but then also, like, in the very beginning of that article, it's like the author, I forget his name, was like 6 things didn't go like the certain way. If Ben Wallace doesn't foul Ron, and then if Ron doesn't come down and foul him, and then if the ref actually calls a technical, and if Ron doesn't lay down on the table, and if the fan doesn't throw the drink. But then I'm like, no, the fan fucked up big time here. You
Yeah.
can't throw a drink, dude. You can't, like,
Yeah.
you're a spectator. What are you thinking, dude?
I think the fans are the least empathetic characters in the
Totally.
story.
Oh, yeah.
And you almost like kind of like that they get their comeuppance because
Yeah.
you so often hear like regular people being like, dude, I could fuck an athlete up, or bro, like you know, in their heads they think they're like tough. There's like that Onion
Yes.
thing where it's like man discovers he's 4,000% worse in fight than he thought he was.
Yeah.
And then so like Jermaine O'Neal, Ron Artest, and Steven Jackson and Jamal Tinsley were basically like, no, we're like a different thing than you guys.
Yes.
Yeah.
I love that, how like so many of the accounts are like, I tried to stop like Jermaine O'Neal, but he carved through me like butter. One guy's like, I moved up and like he literally just put me out of the way with his left hand, and now I need stitches in my vertebrae and I can't
Yeah,
move.
one
Yeah.
guy fractured 5 vertebrae just trying to stop Ron Artest.
Yeah. And like you look at it on a camera and it looks like nothing.
Ron Artest isn't fighting him.
Yeah,
He's
it's-
not trying to hurt the guy.
Correct. It's like, dude, these are fucking unreal athletes, dude. Like the top 1% of 1% of human beings. And dude, that punch that Jermaine throws that he slips, oh
Yeah.
my God.
And you know what's funny about that? Jermaine O'Neal, when he recounts it, like, is sort of like, yeah, I kind of wish I didn't slip. That's how I kind of read it, where he's like, I was really mad at this guy. I wanted to like fucking smoke him.
Yeah, it looked like it. And I mean, dude, that one fan, Green or whatever his name was, I forget his first name, was the guy who actually threw the beer.
Yeah.
Started attacking Ron Artest from the back
He
at
gave him
one
a
point on
headlock.
video. And Ron went up to the one fan. He's like, "Did you throw it?" Like, it wasn't like he was like just gonna hit every fan in the arena. He's like looking to punish one dude. And look, it's easy to be Monday morning quarterbacks or judge real time decisions from the armchair, but anybody, and violence isn't the issue. You can't solve everything, but like I think Peter Jackson, or no, what's his name? What's Jackson's first name?
Steven Jackson.
Steven Jackson. Peter Jackson, great director, Lord of the Rings.
Yeah, I was curious what he had to say.
Very
I was
tight.
like,
Yeah,
I was like, this should be good.
He's like, I would have shot it like this, and would have moved in, and really, it would change the lighting.
The dragon is really our fear.
Yeah. Ron as Meta World Peace would be wearing all white, of course. Gandalf the White, whereas in his past he's
He's
gray.
going through a transformation.
Correct. Yeah. But dude, he's like, look, yeah, you can't be violent, but like, I don't care what dude you are. If you get a drink thrown at you, it's tough not to retaliate. Like,
Yeah.
and it's like, yeah, of course.
Dude, when they're leaving and the beers just start flying in.
Oh yeah, so gnarly.
Yeah.
And someone hucked a chair.
Yeah, someone
threw
hucked
a
a chair.
But then the
Yeah.
fan quotes are funny too, where like the guy who hucked the chair is like, I'm a father of 6. I got caught up in something I shouldn't have got caught up in. I try to be a good person. You're just like, oof. Yeah. That's definitely the low moment of his life.
Totally. I remember like, wasn't there a story one time where you were like parking your car, JT, and like some guy like flipped out on you? It's like road rage, dude. Like people get road rage and they just, because you're in your car, you're in your one zone, like you forget about the rest of your life. And we just become like, I mean, dude, I'm guilty of it. Like I say like the worst things. I'm like, mother effer, like I can't believe it if like I get cut off, and it's like, dude, I just need to relax. Like,
Yeah, imagine
Just
20,000
going,
people in one car all having road rage, and
Yeah,
that's what like the malice at the
inebriated.
bottom. Dude,
Yeah.
Steven Jackson's quote too, where he's like, "I knew we had to get out of there soon because once the people from the cheap seats got down to us, that was gonna be trouble. They're the felons. They don't give a fuck what happens." But even to have
Hilarious.
that awareness, Steven Jackson, to just look up and be like, "All right, I got to get out of here before the guys from that section get down here."
so gold.
And
And-
sorry, go
But
ahead.
he's like, that's like their feeling too. Like, obviously, the vast majority of the arena were shocked and appalled and like worried, and like trying to probably get out of there. But it only takes a few outliers. But they were saying like, in that moment, you're caught up in the heat of the moment. You're like, I don't know how many fans are going to start trying to fight us. Like, what am I going to have to do? It's like thousands of people against me.
Mm-hmm.
It's crazy.
What was I gonna say? Dude, also it's funny just like how hard Ron Artest must have grown up, because the way he perceives the events afterwards are like the funniest part of the article, where they get back into the locker room and he's like, "Hey man, thanks for having my back," and he's like super calm about everything, and then he just turns to one of the guys. He's like, "Hey, you think we're gonna get in trouble for this?"
Yes.
Like, he's like, "You think I'm gonna get suspended?"
You think that there might
What?
be repercussions?
What happened to them?
He got suspended for the rest of the season, which is the longest non-drug suspension in
They're like $10 million in fines.
something like that. Yeah.
Jeez.
And then Ron Artest comes back to the team, and this is one of the most interesting parts of the story. Is all these Pacers felt like they stood up for Ron and they had his back, and they thought it would make them closer as a family. But then when Ron Artest comes back from the full season suspension, he asked for a trade. And they were like one of the most talented teams in the league, so they thought they could, like, they had championship aspirations. And so Jermaine O'Neal's like so deeply wounded that Ron would bail after that. And then here's
But then they came into my Lakers, baby, getting some ships with Kobe.
and then
Meta World Peace.
Yep.
Jackson's quote is, "Ron made a selfish decision by going into the stands. We all made selfish decisions, but at the same time, we were protecting each other. It's kind of hard to see if that's right or wrong."
Yep.
He's like a movie character. All right, dudes, what were our other topics?
Oh, dude, Everest.
Everest.
You guys are jacked on Everest.
Everest, dude.
People are dying at a very fast rate.
Because I want to climb a mountain someday, so this was interesting
This
to
was
me.
pertinent.
Yeah.
Dude, yeah.
And dude, but the thing that there's that photo that everyone's seen where it's like basically like a line at Disneyland. It looks like everyone's trying to get on the Matterhorn, except they're in the death zone of Everest,
Yeah.
which is 26,000 feet. When you're there, you're slowly dying. Energy drains, your mind gets disassociated. So like there's a line in the death zone. So like even if you have oxygen, you're slowly dying as you're standing there. And you're just
Yeah.
like waiting. You're like, can I just touch the top before I
It's only a matter of
pass
time.
out? Yeah.
Yeah, what's the mindset when you're there? You like, all right, guys, let's hurry. Like, because
Yeah.
if I'm in line anywhere, I freak out. I'm terrible at lines.
Oh,
yeah.
So if I'm in line at Everest and I know my life's on the line, I'm
Yeah.
like, let's go.
Yeah.
Dude.
Like what, you have to stand there and take that photo? Like, let's go. you got there.
Even worse, dude, there's people that are there because they give out these permits now. They're kind of saying they're somewhat unregulated. The Nepalese government or whatever issues like it's kind of no set number. And so there's a lot that are out there. So you get climbers who are inexperienced in this line from all over that you probably can't communicate with in the death zone on Everest.
Oh, yeah, different languages,
Everyone's wearing masks. You can't really make eye contact. And it's like the communication's so, like, it's a recipe for disaster, dude.
Yeah.
Like, just like you're saying, you're in line anywhere. You're in line at Chipotle watching someone who's like never been to a Chipotle. You're like, dude, you choose a tortilla or a bowl, then it's your rice and then meat. Like, it's very easy.
Yeah.
But if you don't know how to do that, like, you've never been, like, it's going to slow everything down and ruin everyone.
Yeah.
And on Everest, get killed.
And it's like a ridge too, because this is like to the top and everyone's like standing on this like tight ridge and stuff. And you're like, yeah, you never really, that's one thing about it is like, you think when you climb Everest, it's kind of sort of like you're with your squad and like that's all you see, but it's like it looks more like kind of like it's like overcrowded. You're like, oh, you're gonna go to Everest at that time? You know, it's like Six Flags.
Yeah, you're not really taking in the environment. You're you're like at a mall.
Yeah. You're like, I don't want these vendors. Get these vendors out of here.
It's counterintuitive.
Yeah, there's kiosks set up and they're selling cell phone cases at Everest now.
Yeah,
Correct.
it's like I don't want to hook up. I don't want to get T-Mobile service like a new plan while I'm here. I'm trying to like climb this mountain. Yeah.
And I'm not trying to harsh anyone's stoke, but it's like that's kind of a little bit like how Coachella is to a degree, where it's like, okay, you want to go there, you want it to be Woodstock, but like they have a Ruth Chris Carvery there and like cell phone stations and like it's so commercialized, like beers are $15.
Yeah.
But then again, you know, it is fun. You're at a concert, you're with your crew, you're hanging out, you're getting your stoke. And maybe these people.
Thank you for putting that addendum on it, dude.
Of course, dude.
Yeah.
But then people are trying to get their stoke on Everest, and it's going to deplete some of maybe the truists that are up there, like doing the climbing. You know.
Have you seen the photos of base camp too, where it's just like trashed?
Yes.
You know, it looks like post Coachella.
Yeah.
It's just like there's no one's cleaning it up, so it's just trash everywhere. It's littered, and
That's so disturbing. I went to a football game at Notre Dame, and everyone went into the game, and I stuck around in the parking lot for a little bit, and it looked like apocalyptic. Like there was just trash and shit everywhere.
Yeah. It's almost like if you're a mountain climber these days, you're like, yeah, I'm going to go climb Everest. You're like, you're climbing Everest? That's so basic.
Right.
That's what everyone's doing.
It's not base camp, it's basic camp.
Yeah, I'm doing K2.
That's what I was thinking too. Isn't there other mountains?
I want to climb the Matterhorn.
They say K2.
I've been there.
Yeah.
Everest is the hardest climb and stuff, but don't they say, or like K2 is a more difficult, treacherous climb? Everest is just harder because it's higher. And
I know that from Vertical Limit.
Yeah.
They're like, if you climb K2, like, you know what you're doing.
I like movies like Vertical Limit where they find like a specific new issue that would happen there and they make like the whole movie about it. Like in that movie, it's all about like the shots that you need to keep like the hemoglobin in your blood from like bubbling up your insides, and like it's like the biggest thing in the movie. Like that's the thing that has to happen.
Yeah. Would you ever? Are they remaking Cliffhanger?
Maybe.
Did
you hear that?
I think I might have read that somewhere.
Oh yeah, I think I heard
the
that too.
female lead is going to be a great movie. Stallone.
It's hard to know who the female equivalent of Sly Stallone is.
For some reason, I'm picturing Alyssa Vikander.
She'd be
Tomb
good.
Raider.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, dude, she's
Are you
hot,
just picturing her a lot?
Maybe sometimes. You know, I mean, look, I've got a GF, but I respect her work as an artist.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
She does a good job, even though Tomb Raider was a little bit subpar.
You watched it?
Yeah. The script. It was the script. It was not her performance. It was the script.
In the billboard, though, you're like, whoa.
Yeah. Yeah.
Should we get to some questions, guys?
Yeah.
What about the dump?
That's what I'm going to get to, yeah.
Oh.
So this is like sort of parallel to a question. Our dear friend Robbie Cumming, ultimate legend, sent this to us, and it was a story from Reddit. I'm going to read it right now. It's a little bit long, Stokers, so bear with me. I've been with my boyfriend for just over a year now. I live alone, and he frequently spends the night in my apartment. We have a healthy, trusting relationship. However, I'm aware that his previous girlfriend cheated on him. Prior to this week, he has never expressed any lack of trust in me. My apartment is fairly old, so it takes a while for the water to heat up. Sometimes when I'm waiting for the shower to get warm, I take a dump. I don't want to flush the toilet and screw up the water temperature, so I'll take a dump, shower, and then flush the toilet. A few days ago, I spent longer than usual washing my hair and just completely forgot to flush when I left the shower. I'm laughing because I know the end. I know I am a wild animal who deserves to live in a barn. Let's move on. Anyway, my boyfriend came over last night. He went to the bathroom, stayed in there for a few minutes without making any sound, and then emerged with a completely dead look on his face. He asked whose shit was in the toilet. I was mortified and explained that I had forgotten to flush, but he just kept asking whose shit it was, to the point where it became obvious he wasn't trying to tease me. Then he said, "What guy shit in your toilet?" By now I was completely bewildered. I told him again that I had just forgotten to flush. He replied that I was a liar and that no girl could take a dump that big. He was completely serious.
This guy's unreal.
My boyfriend walked out without another word and ignored my calls for the rest of the night.
He storms out.
The next day, he agreed to meet me for lunch.
A light lunch.
He apologized for leaving in such a rush, but said he couldn't believe me when I said it was my own shit. He said he was willing to give me a second chance if I could prove it. I don't really understand what he was getting at, so he elaborated that he wanted me to take a dump in front of him to prove that my shit actually looked like that. That was yesterday. I have absolutely no idea what to do. I guess we could compromise and I could take a dump in the toilet, then call him in to see it. But this is just too weird and bizarre and gross. I seriously love this man, but I'm honestly at a complete loss. He's made it clear that this is a deal breaker for him. The title of it was, "My boyfriend will dump me if I don't take a dump. How on earth do I handle this?" Wow. Wow.
Oh my gosh.
She sounds like an incredible lady.
Yeah, she does. She's like,
Yeah.
She's resourceful.
yeah, she's empathizing with this guy who's got major trust issues.
She lays big heaters.
Yeah, dude. Look, that's totally fine. Do you lay a big heater? That's healthy, dude.
Yeah.
That's good.
What would you say to this guy?
I would say, dude, you gotta. I mean, look, she does preface it by saying he was cheated on, so maybe that's why he's a little bit. Maybe that's why she's handling this a little bit, with some gloves,
Right.
I like to imagine him walking in the bathroom and just looking.
Right away.
Yeah.
That's a dude.
It only takes him a second. He looks at it and just goes, "Who is he?" Yeah. Dude, the way that he's so certain.
Oh yeah. No, there's no way that came out of you.
I've never seen like a deuce from any of the women in my family.
No, that's true too. It's just because you grow up with women doesn't mean
I
you're gonna.
have.
You have.
Oh yeah.
How big
Oh yeah.
were they? Huge?
Huge.
Are you being serious?
Dead serious. No joke. Dead serious. We had a downstairs bathroom. And
Oh, the
dude,
super state-of-the-art one?
State-of-the-art
Yeah.
Japanese toilet that my dad got, probably now in hindsight for a reason. The ladies. And love them to death. Great, strong women, dude. Great women, dude.
Strong.
Hard workers, dude. And
Everyone in your family's
Independent.
tall too.
yeah. No. My brothers are short.
Right.
Yeah. But my sister, tall, strong. Lays it down. I mean, I've got 4 siblings, dude. We'd all be in tight quarters in a hotel room. You did not. It might as well have been a lobby. Might as well have been the lobby.
What do you mean?
Oh,
Like the frequency of people
use.
using it?
Oh yeah, it was a rule, dude. Like we were not like it was like you get your shower in first, dude, and then don't do you like go to the lobby. Like you had to go to the lobby in my
Right.
family,
You guys were
know what I mean?
mindful of one another.
Yeah, it was nice. It was communicative. But all I'm saying is, in my life experience, I've always known what everyone's capable of, regardless of gender,
Size,
race,
religion.
anything. Yep.
They release
All it
much.
comes
Everyone
down-
shits.
Everyone shits. All it comes down to is, what did you just put in your body? Because it's
Yeah.
got to come out.
You're a shitter. I'm a shitter.
Yeah.
I don't like it. I'm not one of these people like it's a big thing now in
No.
like comedy. People take pictures of themselves taking dumps.
Yeah. No.
I'm not into it.
No.
You know what I mean?
No. Remember like our buddy Farrell's baseball team? They were like obsessed with that, dude. Like poop humor. I'm like, this is so dumb.
Yeah.
I hate that.
I like the term mud shark.
What does that
Sharkers,
mean?
yeah, that's good.
I just think this dude,
Yeah.
and what dude is gonna go over there, bone her, and just leave a floater?
Right.
I know if I'm at my lady's place and I have to, lay a heater, I'm very cautious,
Yeah.
and I flush
True.
like 10 times.
You're sweet.
Yeah.
You're a good guy.
Yeah. So maybe he's like some brute just came in and just dropped a bomb.
Yeah.
What Viking came over
Yeah,
here?
dude.
Yeah, it's kind of wrong that he thinks it was infidelity too.
Yeah.
Like he should have seen this shit in there and be like, honey, someone broke in the house.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Honey, someone robbed us.
Yeah.
And he must have been 6'5" and full of muscles.
Yeah,
We got to
exactly.
find this guy.
Dude, if it was an upper decker, then I'd be
Yeah.
suspicious.
Honey, did you have an electrician come over here and finally fix that? You know, because the heating's bad in this apartment.
Yeah.
Like, finally fix the heater or whatever.
Yeah.
He took a dump, honey. Like, you know,
Yeah.
come from a place of love first,
Yeah.
you know, rather than doubt, dude.
Should she let him watch her deuce?
No, God, no.
No. She doesn't have to
It's
do
a bad
that.
precedent.
Correct.
Can you-
He
yeah.
has to trust her, dude. That's
Can
how
you
it comes down
can you
to.
imagine him in the bathroom just like
A hilarious scenario.
How do you explain that to your friends and family too? Why'd you break up with Kelly? There was a huge dump in the toilet, and I knew it was too big to be hers, so I know she's fucking another guy. Your parents would be like, Carl, I don't know if that's the case. I don't know if you know this, but your mom takes dumps too. And he's like, what?
Yeah, it's like this guy doesn't.
No, she doesn't. He's like, yeah, your mom takes dumps. And he's like, Dad, she's playing you. Mom's cheating on you too.
Dad, you've seen dumps in there?
Dad, you've seen dumps and they're too big? They're too big to be moms?
I never trusted the handyman who comes here.
All right, my brother had a really funny story that he sent me in relation to this, where it's our mutual friend Mary Kate had a friend in college who, when studying abroad, hooked up with this hot foreigner dude like the first week she was there. He left for work in the morning and they had a romantic kiss goodbye. She then proceeded to drop a deuce and the toilet wouldn't flush. She scooped it out and put it in a plastic bag. She left a note on the counter with a cute message and forgot the bag of shit right next to it. She saw him a half dozen times before she finished her semester.
So he was still, they were okay.
I think she just saw him.
Oh, they didn't like.
I think the relationship was over at that point, unfortunately.
She put a lot of work in there.
But he saw the cute message and the dump right next to it.
That's
So
a
I
yeah.
think,
Mixed messages.
yeah, I think he was like, what does she mean?
Had a great time last night. Here you go.
I mean, look, you know, a nice deuce can be satisfying. Maybe she was saying I was very satisfied with our lovemaking
Really,
that night.
I had a great time. Here's a token of my appreciation. Like, is this an American thing?
Yeah, where are you from again?
Yeah.
That
Cincinnati.
sushi, that sushi we went out for was incredible. Let me prove it to you.
Thanks for dinner last night. It went down smooth.
All right, we got some more
that's
questions.
gold.
What's up, fellas? I could use some life advice on my current situation. I've been kicking it with the same squad since junior high. We're all mid-late 20s now, and in the last few years, they have all gotten married except for me. Now they're starting to have kids, and we never hang anymore. I'm super happy for them, and while seeing them grow gets me stoked, I feel like I've been left behind. I've never been the type that found my purpose in a relationship, but now I'm starting to feel myself getting bummed out about being single. With fewer and fewer single friends, the exposure to single gals had greatly declined. What advice do you dudes have for putting myself out there in my current circumstances? Thanks.
Dude, I was thinking about this. First off, there's an abundance of single ladies out there, so don't get into that mindset of like there's none left, because they're everywhere. I heard this technique from the now disgraced Tony Robbins, where he's like, you know, if you're looking for someone or you're looking for a mate, one thing you can do is you can take a piece of paper, write down all the ideal characteristics of your perfect lady, and just have that in your mind. So then that will like, and then you can look at that, you know, and that'll sort of like shift your mind so that you can see that more easily, if that makes sense. So like when she appears, you're like, oh, she has the qualities I'm looking for. I should pursue. You know what I mean?
Yeah, dude, I would remain optimistic. I mean, just because they're doing it doesn't mean they're all right either. Like some of them are marrying the right person and some of them might get divorced. So it's a long road. You're just waiting for the right person. So just stay optimistic, you know, live a good life, and it's going to happen.
Yeah. Dude, in the meantime, go out and drill it at karaoke, dude.
Yeah.
Drill it. Get yourself one song, go to karaoke, and put your frickin' skill on display, dude, and have some fun. Here's what you do, dude. You go to karaoke. There's a girl sitting at the bar. You see her. You start up a nice conversation. You're a gentleman. Maybe you treat her to a drink. Treat yourself as well to a nice dank IPA. Before you've done that, about 20 minutes earlier, you've tipped the guy running the thing. You've given him your song. So in the middle of you having this nice, charming conversation, your name gets called, and you go, oh, oh my God, I forgot, I'll be right back. Then you kill it at karaoke. Boom, dude.
That's a really good plan.
Boom.
What are some sample songs?
I mean, dude, for me, my range is not very great. I mean, I can probably really drill like the 90s. Like, I like to go with something that might not, win the affection of a woman, but it's, when lightning crashes in old Mother dies.
Live?
Oh, that feeling coming back again like a rolling thunder chasing the wheel. Yeah. Fire song, dude.
Fire
No.
performance.
Thank you, dude. Thank you.
I do Genuine Pony.
Oh,
Ride
yeah.
it, my pony. Run it, up on it.
Yeah, great song.
I was thinking Sugar Ray.
Oh, dude, yeah.
Because I just want to fly.
And dude, here's the best part. Say it's not even about the ladies. You just had a nice night at karaoke, dude.
Yeah.
And that's fired up.
Dude, one time this girl invited me to a company party at Tom's with her, and we had like a little flirtatious experience before where I brought her some Adderalls at work just as a friend,
Nice.
and she walked me around the office and gave me some free merch, and then I went to the company party and she totally ditches me.
Whoa.
Yeah, she's like not hanging out with me. So I pop one of those Adderalls.
Nice.
I got social, dude. Every time she saw me, I was talking to a different group of people. We hit karaoke afterwards. I busted out Pony by Genuine.
Thank you.
Next thing we know, we go to a Vietnamese place that's open late night, have some food. She tells me a secret that she told me she's only told 2 other people. We cuddle in bed.
Nice.
What happened after that?
She wanted to go on a trip to Europe, and I wanted to go too, but she's like, we're going just as friends. I was like, I can't torture myself like that for 10 days.
True.
Dude,
And
yeah.
so
And
I
go
just,
to museums on top of
yeah.
that? Nah.
Yeah.
Damn.
Yeah, so it just didn't work. I was also, I think, taking Adderall too much at the time, and I think I came across like a psycho. That's what our mutual friend Greg told me.
Oh, I remember that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, you start
Not
making
psycho, psycho.
No, no.
I was just being needy. I
But
would
you're
like call
rolling
her
with
and like
plans.
want to talk to her for like an hour, and she was like, we're not there yet, pal.
Yeah.
Just jumping levels.
Right. But dude, you do kill it at Genuine.
Thank you, my
And you
dog.
can move. Saw you on the dance floor in Cabo just moving, dude.
I saw you out there as well.
Thank you.
I saw you out there as well.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah.
What up, Chad and JT? I've recently come into a less than optimal situation. Long story short, I received a DUI and had to install an IID in my car. For anyone who doesn't know, it's a breathalyzer you have to blow into to get your car started. Then every 5 to 10 minutes, it asks me to blow again while driving. To add insult to injury, I have to keep my music down in my car so that I can hear it beep when it asks me to blow again, which is a bummer because I can't blast Jessica Simpson as loud as I used to. Sorry, man. I'm worried about driving with the squad somewhere and having them see me blow into this. Or even worse, if a fine chica wants to catch a ride somewhere, but I have to blow into this thing first. I need to keep it in my car for the next 6 months. What's the right mentality when rocking this kind of thing in my ride? How can I keep my stoke tank filled throughout this trying time? Thanks, dudes.
Dude, never has there ever been a better incentive to not drink and drive. Just knowing that you'll have one of these IID things and you can't bump Jessica Simpson. Like, how do you drive and stay stoked?
Exactly.
That's
dude.
tough. And I would just own it. Just, when people come in the car and they see you blowing it, be like, yeah, I'm a bad boy. I'm naughty. I got blowing this thing to start the whip.
Yeah, I would totally own it. Just be straightforward with people. Be like, hey, I made a mistake. It was stupid. Now I got to blow into this thing for 6 months. But if you're straight up about it and you stay on the straight and narrow for a good chunk of time, it's a drop in the bucket, my dog.
Yeah, dude. And dude, I don't condone lying, but maybe you got to tell people, you were out for a nice few craft brews, dude. You had yourself a nice little saison or a nice table beer, and it really took your buzz to the next level, and you didn't know. And, sometimes it only takes point whatever over the legal limit, That being said, nowadays, dudes, stokers out there, dude, take an Uber, if you know you're going to go out and be enjoying yourself.
Yeah.
There's the
Smart
oobs.
moves.
There's the oobs.
Get the Ubs, get a Lyft, bird, dude. If you can bird somewhere, I'm all about that, dude.
Yeah, and don't ever be embarrassed if you don't I one time was like a little inebriated driving, and I was like too embarrassed to just pull over and call like my GF to like pick me up.
Oh yeah.
And it's like she didn't give a fuck. Just take care of yourself, be safe, and don't worry about don't let pride get in the way of that stuff.
Yeah. If there's ever any chance of alcohol being consumed, default to Uber. I'm like, if I'm gonna have even like plan on having like one beer, I'm gonna Uber because
Same.
you never know what that turns into, and then you get stranded.
True.
You know, just go to Uber.
And you're not the only guy that this has happened to, so I don't think people are going to care as much as you think.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
What up, chat?
He could be just like have a sense of humor about it. And just be like, I have to blow in this fucking thing.
It sucks.
Yeah.
Yeah, I fucked up.
You're like, damn, that's funny.
Have a go-to joke.
Yeah.
Hey man, can you blow on this real quick? I'm fucked up. Kidding, dude. And then you blow into it.
Yeah,
and there you go.
dude, that's
Yeah.
good.
What up, Chad and JT? Love the pod and the quality advice given to Dank Bros. I have my own head-scratching situation that I could use your sage wisdom on. Let me set the stage for you. My wife is out of town for a week. She is not into the servicing of one's own reproductive systems, and thus has expectations upon her return home for the rocket being ready for takeoff. I've been doing some manly work while she is gone, getting super tan in the outdoors. Stuff like weed eating, gardening, and lumberjacking. The other night I was super lonely and dedicated to milk and decided to milk the cow.
Does that mean he jacked off?
Yep.
Okay.
Unknown to me, I had poison ivy on my hands from all the extra man labor. Needless to say, I can't stop picking at my dick. I can't seem to scratch the itch that is perpetually in my pants. So here's the part where I need your wisdom to help my slong along. She is going to come home with the cockpit ready for a pilot. 1, do I tell my honey bunny that I got into the poison ivy from drilling myself and listen to her nag about my bag? Or do I just say no? Consequently, do condoms protect against poison ivy spreading? I wouldn't know that, and I wouldn't bet on that. Lastly, how swollen do I let my balls get before I go to the doc? For me, not very swollen. Go fast and early.
Yeah.
Any advice you can provide will be great for this bitch of a sitch. Tell Strider that I was inspired by pornos. 40-year-olds making love, making nice love.
I like that. Maybe I'll take the lead since, you know, I mean, dude, I think what you should be, and I can't say should, but if I get back from a trip, I'm stoked to see my GF, and for many reasons, to hang out, catch up, talk, and one of them being intimacy. And if you are having an issue of drilling yourself to the point of where then you don't want to be intimate with your significant other, then you probably got to dial back drilling yourself, because, you know, it's a mutual relationship. Now, I do understand, you know, you can't let anyone pressure you into doing anything. If you don't want to, then obviously you should definitely say no. But it seems like the issue is the correlation here is between how many times you're spraying the ceiling, or in this case, the canvas that is Mother Nature's sky, and you coming back from your trip and being intimate with your girlfriend. So I think, dude, you got to dial it back on whacking it when you're outdoors, and you know, save some for your baby when you get back home. You know what I mean, dude? And I don't know. That's just what I'm feeling, dude. I think, like, I mean, that's obviously better than the solo go of it, right?
Yeah, and you gotta wash your hands before you crank the dong, you know.
True, and you might have tree sap in your hand, dude.
Yeah,
And that's not
yeah.
good.
I mean, I wouldn't. If you have poison ivy on your hog, dude, I would not risk getting poison ivy in your lady's her chipwang.
But he's saying that he's gonna craft that as a lie, which I'm like, you can't be
No,
lying
he does.
like that.
He does have poison ivy on his dong.
Oh, for real?
Yeah.
Oh, well then, yeah, you got to take a time out and get that stuff treated, and then you can enjoy. You
Yeah.
just tell her that. Then when,
Well, no, he's embarrassed that she's going to know he got it from masturbating. Because so he had the poison ivy on his hands, I think, and then he masturbated and got it on his dong.
oh, I totally misread and got. Oh, well then, dude, you just got to be honest with her. She'll
Yeah, I
be
was wondering why
fine,
you were being
dude.
so hard on him.
Oh,
Yeah.
dude, my bad, dude.
You
My
gotta
bad,
jack
dude.
off less.
Oh,
yeah, I
dude.
was like, I don't even know if he's jacking off that much.
Oh, dude, okay. Oh, dude, then my bad, bro. Dude, you're freaking you're a legend then, dude. Yeah, dude, I think you just gotta. I mean, dude, you've been out of town. Your GF's gonna know. I mean, that's totally fine, dude.
She's against it, though.
I mean, he could
But I don't
say I was peeing. I was holding my dong.
totally
perfect. Just
yeah,
say
that
you're
little white
peeing.
lie. Yeah.
And plus, you know, like we were saying with Sansa versus Bran Stark, his mouth still works.
Yeah. And
You
then,
know,
Dude,
present your
good.
face as a seat.
always a little.
and dude, also, like, your girlfriend can be against it for herself, but if you're holding up your end of the bargain, you're allowed to jack off.
correct.
I mean, if it gets to a point where it's hindering your sex life, then you have to reconsider. But
Yeah.
there's not something inherently wrong with you jacking it once in a while.
No, it's healthy and normal, and it sounds like you're doing it to 40-year-olds in love, which is fantastic.
Right, yeah.
That's legit.
He's not. Yeah, he's got
And nice vistas. You're literally
nurturing
in nature.
images.
Dude, I'm coming full circle on you, dude. Legend.
He sounds like a romantic, loving dude.
Yeah, dude.
You know, he's like, he just wants to provide a good time, but there's a little thing called poison ivy that's plaguing his dong, Also, if your balls are swelling up, dude, get that checked out. Maybe get some
Yeah.
antibiotics in there. Get them
Yeah.
back to regular size.
Benadryl and then drill yourself after that.
One time my balls swelled up. I went to the doc. He's like, "Are you doing anal?" I'm like, "I wish." And they gave me antibiotics.
Nice. What up to the kings of the Stoke Nation? Yo, my dogs. I am a pothead from South Carolina. It's still illegal here. My mom is extremely against it though. We have been through it a lot. After I got busted by the coppers at the end of my first semester at college, I mostly quite, but I have recently started back, thinking that it would help me to quit dipping and jacking it. Well, it's helped me in quitting Nick. I have been whacking it a lot more. So my question is, should I quit the sweet reefer or my mom, or keep smoking it up? Also, I've been growing out my hair, but it's come into a problem when driving because my AC is broken. I have to drive with my windows down, but my hair gets in my face. I wear hats, but I was wondering if you have any other tips. P.S. I lived with my parents at the time. Dude, feel really harsh, but just based off the amount of spelling errors that could have been cleared up with the once over, I think you got to slow down on the bud.
Yep. And it sounds like you're looking for your release, and sounds like when you're not doing bud, sounds like you're drilling it more. And like we said, a little bud and a little bit of drilling yourself can be healthy, but you don't want it. I mean, dude, we love, stoner dudes are fun, good, legit dudes, but you don't want that to be your defining characteristic, dude. You want to be a dude who does something plus smokes maybe a little bit of herb on the side.
Yeah.
Charming amount of herb. You don't want to be smoking an overwhelming amount. So I think you got to take the next step in your life, my dog, and start focusing on the career as much, and maybe as unchill as that sounds, but dude, even my simple valet gig is legit, dude. Pays the bills, keeps my GF happy, dude. I can treat her to nice things. So I think you got to go out and start getting focused. I'm not sure you're living at home, so you're probably still somewhat young. I would imagine you're 20, so maybe you hit school. Maybe you freaking start developing yourself a nice, dank little 5-year plan, my dog. And as far as the hair goes, beanies.
Yeah, I fully believe in relaxation, but you don't want to make it a daily thing, a habitual thing. You want to sort of devote yourself to something that you can continually make progress on. That's what's going to fix the cravings, I think.
Mm-hmm.
That if you can find a bigger path to devote your life to, instead of figuring out which path do I go down, weed or what, just find devote yourself to self progress.
And I love Joe Rogan. A lot of people love Joe Rogan. He's
Yeah.
a big pot smoker. He didn't start smoking until I think he was like 28 or 30.
Like his 30s.
Yeah, so a lot of stuff was already in place for him where he could afford to maybe be a little bit blitzed every day.
Yeah, and if you're producing and being a freaking legend and drilling it, I mean, then nobody can tell you. I mean, sometimes that becomes a slightly like Charlie Sheen style. It's like, I'm an F-18 fighter jet, and yeah, he was producing, making millions. So there's a limit, but you got to be producing and doing some stuff.
John Skipper, the guy who was running ESPN, quit his job because over cocaine problems. But no one had any idea, as far as I can tell, from what people said, that he had that issue. But
Yeah.
at some point, he was just like, I can't keep juggling these two things.
Yeah, and I think Joe Rogan too, he specifies certain times out of the day to do it. It's not like he wakes and bakes. He's gets a lot of shit done, and then he's like, okay, this is the time I have to smoke weed, or when he's writing, being creative. But
Yeah, he specializes it.
yeah. That's why there's that one guy at Burt's that we see, who, that stoner. It's his whole identity, and you're like, oh, dude.
Yeah, Jake Weissman had a great joke where he's like, I love how some white people's personality is just weed.
Yeah.
Hilarious.
Yeah. And I was at the weed store actually a couple days ago, and I was so annoyed with just everyone in there.
Mm-hmm.
I know I hate my own kind, but it was the indecision and the slowness of movement, and then the second guessing. This lady was at the register and she's like, wait, no, actually, could I get the Dante's wraps instead of the sweet leaves? And the guy was like, honestly, sweet leaves might be better. And she was like, do you really mean that? And then he was like, yeah, I kind of do. Hey, Mike, what do you think? And Mike was like, what's up? And they were like, sweet leaf or Dante's? And I was like, dudes, I cannot be a passive observer.
Now imagine
to
you're
this
on
dialogue.
Everest.
Yeah.
Now imagine you're on Everest, and
Yeah.
that's what it is.
That's what's
Oh,
happening.
we're
on
in the
Everest
Death
right now.
zone.
We're in the death zone here, and you're sort of half-assing this left turn.
Yeah, there's a weed store at the top of Everest.
For my
It's
O2 tank, do I want cherry flavor or do I want blueberry?
dude, what you're gonna want is a super chill indica on your way down, so you can just kind of really enjoy the scenery and not worry too much about your lungs exploding. And this is gonna take care of you super nice.
Let me get the train wreck.
I mean, dude, this guy could go work in the weed industry. It's a booming industry, dude.
Yeah, I mean, if it means that much to you, move
Yeah.
too. Get the hell out of Dodge. You know, get out of your parents' house and come to California, bro.
Yeah.
Where we kick it. All right, what's up, bros? My name's Lloyd. Just recently found the pod. Not really a question, but was just hoping you could give a shout out to my best bro, Alex. Best friend since first of secondary school, England's high school. Anyway, got married last week to my fire girl, and he was my best man. He took me to Amsterdam for my stag and just killed it. He's just the best bro that everyone needs in their crew and just wanted him to get some recognition for it. Anyway, keep up the good work. Fuck Puzio. You guys are legends.
Nice.
Yeah, legends, dude. Fired up.
Did they call bachelor parties stags?
Yeah, I like that. Learn something new every day. Legit.
Yeah. Hey, never mind.
What do you say? It's Game of Thrones?
What?
Were you going to go Game of Thrones, Baratheons?
No.
I guess it makes sense because you go to a dance stag. I used to say that.
Oh.
Yeah.
All right, we got these ones.
I didn't get the Game of Thrones reference. By the way, can I just say on the Grantland article, I tried reading it. I'm like, I don't know what's going on here.
In the Malice at the Palace?
Yeah, I was like, I watched the fight and I'm like, I don't know these names. I don't know what the fuck's going on here. So during your whole conversation, I'm like, Jackson? Yeah. I don't know. Yeah, cool, dude. I don't know who the fuck Jackson is. Like, I knew Ron Artest, Meta World Peace, and I knew that he threw the beer, but you guys were like having this heated debate. Or not heated, like a good debate. And I'm just like, I'm trying to keep up here. I don't know what the fuck's going on.
It's like listening to people talk about Game of Thrones when you haven't seen
Yeah,
it.
you just made that Game of Thrones reference.
yeah.
I'm like, I don't know, dude.
Yeah.
But a skill in its own.
But
that is
that-
a skill in its own.
but
Yeah,
Sit
I wouldn't have
back,
known.
listen.
But that's
Yeah.
on me for not getting deep into the sports world. And
No, but you handled it beautifully.
That's fine. You find your
Right.
stoke in extreme sports. You know,
I-
like you're talking about World Surf.
yeah,
You know.
Dude, I perceived it like you were like, these guys don't know what they're talking about, so I don't even want to participate in this.
oh, maybe I'll.
True.
That's what I really meant.
The power of silence, big time, dude.
Silence is loud. You know, I've been listening to Alan Watts recently.
Yeah.
That guy's a beast.
Yeah.
You guys listen to him?
No.
Yeah, Warner got me a little into
He's
him.
a beast.
If you're trying to be in the now, you're already not in the now because
Yeah.
you're thinking about the now. I'm like, fuck.
Yeah. He's talking about corporations or something.
Yeah.
I can't remember because I just started yesterday, but
I heard he was a freaking booze hound, though.
yeah, dude, I was like on my couch yesterday, just listening to Alan Watts taking a nap. I felt so at peace.
Dude, I'm
It's
listening to
cool.
a pod on meditation right now and like
Yeah.
attentiveness.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was cool.
It's good stuff,
Yeah.
even if it's hard to pay attention to. Real quick then, let's ask you a sports question. Who do you got in the finals? Tonight's game 1 of the NBA Finals. We've got the Raptors versus the Golden State Warriors.
Oh well, now that the Warriors are in the finals, I'm a Warriors fan. So.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
what I'm talking about.
Bam.
I might even
I
lay
am-
some tasty action
I'm-
tonight.
I'm laying action down. I'm
Hey.
aping you guys. I'm putting
Oh,
action down on
dude.
Klay Thompson getting MVP of the series.
I like
Nice.
that. I like that.
But where are we gonna lay down action now that we know that?
One of our buddies is in Vegas right now.
Is he?
Oh, okay.
Who's there?
Ferraro.
Oh, he is?
Yeah. But Joe has a website too that you can use.
But baby, let's
But
get
it's
the
better
live
when it's
action.
better when it's in Vegas. So he's supposed to text me.
Yeah, I'm very psyched on that. And I made a prediction a couple weeks ago that I thought the Warriors would win the NBA title without Kevin Durant. And
Dude, is it looking
I
like that?
like
love
when a
that
prediction I
narrative.
make has a little,
But
is
he still out?
He's still out.
I
Yeah,
gotta
but he's
say,
traveling
I'm-
with the team.
I'm gonna try and watch these games. Is there one tonight?
Yeah, we're going
Dude,
to Joe
come
P's
watch,
house.
come
Yeah,
watch.
we're going to watch
Nice.
Joe P's at 6.
The crew's
yeah.
getting together, dude.
Let's
it's
get it.
fired up. That's what's up.
Nice.
All right, two more questions. In my squad, there are 9 bros, and we're super tight. And it's well known around the school, but one of our bros, who we all love to death, lies about everything. And we all know it, and it's putting a rift in our squad. This sish is killing all of our Zen vibes because we never know if this bro is telling the truth. So we can't even hype him up when he talks about pulling a bird because there's a good chance he's lying. None of us want to approach him because we don't want to hurt him. What do we do?
Tough love. Gotta let him know.
I'm kind of like, I just had this thought because I usually I'd be like that, but I'm like, maybe just like be like, oh, that's cool, dude, and but let him feel the shame inside,
Right.
you know? Just be like, oh, wow, nice, yeah, cool, dude, you fucking, yeah,
You're a beast, dude.
you're a beast, like,
Yeah, keep giving him credit for things
Yeah.
that you know are lies,
And tell-
and that's just going to tack on the guilt.
and tell everyone at school, like, dude, you hooked up with Lindsay last night.
Right. Could backfire.
Yeah, dude. Yeah.
I don't know.
For me, yeah,
His
let it go for a
reputation
little
could
bit.
manifest that as his actual reality, where other people are like, man, that guy is the shit. And then you're like, no, he's not.
There
But
are
dude,
no facts, only intuition.
Yeah.
Nietzsche.
Dude, beautifully,
Nice.
beautifully
Wow.
dropped.
Dude, just laying down a
Straight
philosophy
up, what up?
fucking quote.
Perception is reality. Gordon Gekko, Wall Street. I don't know.
Fired.
You got a freaking
Fired
dart in
up
your neck.
hearing that.
Scott, Sean William Scott, old school.
Nice.
Yeah, dude, I think also, and this is like a very dramatic interpretation of it, but like there's some people who are lying, and if they get called out, they can admit that they're lying. And there's some people who are fundamentally miswired, and they'll be like, they actually think their lies are true. I don't know what percentage, like what
Pathological,
piece
yeah.
of the pie of that is, but we had a friend like
Yeah.
that, and he would tell stories that were so outlandish. He once said that he went to a rival school's water polo game. Too many of their players got hurt or kicked out, so they called him off the stands to come play. He had never played water polo, and he said he scored 3 goals.
Wow.
But I had a friend who went to his house for dinner, and they said that his dad nodded along with the story.
Interesting.
Wow.
That guy lied a
Wow.
lot.
Our friend was Kim Jong Un. Seriously.
Maybe he and his dad had like a deal. The dad's like, dude, no matter how much you suck, your reputation is going to be bomb.
Or-
Here's how you do it.
Or the dad was like, hey, so my buddies are coming over, and I said I shot a 65 at Pelican Hill the other day.
Yeah.
So you just say yes, and then I'll tell all your friends that you crushed it the other night.
Yeah.
Great call.
And then they're like, all right, good deal.
I
good
love
deal.
you so much, Dad.
But he got called out by friends, and they said his brain would just break. Like, he would just be
Yeah.
like, I don't even know what you're talking about. Like, he
Yeah.
couldn't
Could never
look at
admit
it. Yeah.
That's like my buddy Carter, who I'm going to bring up a third time. He fucking ate orange chicken. He ate all our orange chicken. And we're like,
Joe.
dude, you ate the orange chicken. He's like, no, I didn't. No, I didn't. I'm like, dude, that orange chicken is digesting in your body right now. And you're going to admit, and his brain exploded.
Dude,
Ugh.
I've always thought if it's not like a capital crime, admit to being wrong fast. It gets you out of trouble way quicker.
Legends.
Dude, I'm going to see Romeo and Juliet, the Leonardo DiCaprio one, Rooftop movie.
Really? Oh, dude, I saw that at a
Nice.
park viewing.
You did?
Yeah, with Babona.
Oh,
We had a
nice.
6-pack of beer, and we just watched the Romeo and
Sculpins.
Juliet. Yeah, so fun. Great
Yeah,
movie.
Yeah.
The soundtrack, the
Oh,
visuals.
dude.
I'm bringing the lady.
Nice. That's going to be a great call.
Oh, you guys are going to have such a nice time.
That's romance.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
Beautiful.
Great idea. Last question. Yo, Chad and JT. So lately at the Bash Palace, I've been throwing up mega weight. I'm talking complete crush in my chest, terrorizing my triceps like it's Bin Laden all over again. Dude, nice reference to Anxiety, the song. Shredding shoulders like my dad's Amex, launching my legs into outer space, and of course, baptizing the buys for our Savior. Only problem is that I haven't seen an uptake in the amount of back puss I've been getting. Always, though, direct correlation between getting huge and getting back puss, but I don't know what I'm missing. Please help.
Yeah, I'd watch a lot of Matthew McConaughey romantic comedies and just get more of in a romantic mindset.
Correct.
Maybe not Matthew McConaughey per se, but just romantic comedies.
Yeah, and you can't look at something like, oh, I'm doing my body. I deserve to go get laid now. It's like, no, dude. You got to be. We always say, like, you know, JT talks about the unicorn and staying at the picnic, and part of that is being a good dude, and, you know, wanting to, you know, give back and have a love-making experience rather than going out and just getting yours. Now, when you're in the gym, you want to go and get yours. You know what I'm saying? Put up the weight, get jacked, recruit fibers. But when it comes to, you know, the love life, you want to be giving and a good listener and legit. So I think that's part of the next step.
I can see him emerging from the gym, just like flexing, just like, all right,
Yeah.
who's trying to fuck me now?
Yeah.
Someone want to fuck?
Yeah, sometimes it helps, like, verbalizing things. Like, it's an absurd thought to be like, I just put up 250 on bench. I repped eight reps, like, blah, blah, blah. Like, if you read those stats, like, and then it should equal a nice steak dinner plus a makeout sesh, and then this. It's like, that's not how things are equated. And that's sort of how you're equating things. But it's like, if I do leg press times 8, it means that I meet this girl, and on the third date, then we enjoy. And it's like, nah, that's not how it is.
No. And also, it's like, these things take time. Like you're not always going to get, and really, it's like, most of the time, you're not going to, like, the girl's not going to have sex with you on the first date. Like, you have to, like, she's figuring out if she even, like, wants to spend more time with you on the first date. Then the second date, you're, like, seeing if there's, like, chemistry. Then the third date, you're, like, building, like, a little bit deeper. And then maybe after that, like, you get to a place where you're like, all right, we're into each other. But I think if you're going into these first dates being like Strider said, like, oh, I, you know, crushed lap pull downs today, so I'm definitely getting laid tonight. It's it's not going to be about you and the other person.
Exactly, and that's what it needs to be. Yeah.
Maybe on the date, she's like, "So how was your day?" I put up 300 bench.
He just slides her a sheet of paper with all the lifts he did, and then he just sits there and he's like, "Are you almost done eating?"
I got my place prepped. I got the sheets washed.
Yeah.
I have Douglas lube. I'm jacked.
She's like, that sounds really nice, and thank you
Yeah.
for listing all those things. But I work super early in the morning, and I'm trying to go to yoga class. So
Yeah.
even though I'm like super impressed by those squat numbers, tonight's not good for me.
But I put up a 450 squat this morning, and I had a fuck ton of creatine. I can feel it.
That's awesome.
Hey, what's up? I'm his trainer, Mickey.
Yeah,
and I
what-
usually come on all of his dates with him. I just want to verify he did put up those numbers.
Thank
Oh,
you,
thanks,
dude.
Mickey.
Thanks.
Yeah, yeah.
That's
Dude, tell him
Yeah.
about my tricep extensions yesterday.
Honestly, his triceps he was really getting good depth, great extension, and it's honestly starting to show in his posterior delts as well.
Tell her about my rhomboids.
I mean, fire. Pure fire.
do you come with? So you're on all of his dates?
Yeah, this is how, that's kind of how it works, right? Like, you go and get jacked, and then you get, what do we call it?
Back puss.
Back puss?
Back puss.
Sorry, but that's what we
Oh.
call it.
I just want him to verify so that you know.
Do you pay him to be here right now?
No, we're dogs.
Yeah, we're fine, though.
Do you train
Yeah,
anyone
he's on a
else?
payment plan.
I'm friends with the guy who owns the gym, but not really. I mean, I give people like pointers. Like, I kind of walk around and give other people pointers unsolicited.
Does he pay you at all?
He pays the gym I work at. I work out there free because of his membership.
We go on each other's dates, and
I do sell protein powders in sort of a it's like works where, like, if I get a few people to sign up and then other people sign up after that.
Right.
Like
Yeah.
one of those.
after we do the dirty deed, I could get you a
Yeah,
discount.
like you could work for us, but it'd also be together.
I told you I don't think I'm gonna be able to do the deed that's dirty tonight.
But I did like a 250 lat pull down.
True. Verified.
That's a lot. Wow, that's like the whole stack. But even though I'm really happy for you, I'm super busy tomorrow.
You want me? I brought kettlebells. You want me to just like lay
That's
it down
cool.
right
Do you have
here?
any friends though? See what I mean? All right, and scene. See what I mean? See
Yeah.
how soulless it can be? You just got to really get that in check, my dude.
That was fun.
That was
All
fun.
right, I'm gonna use the bathroom
Yeah,
real
he's on a
quick.
payment plan.
I'm gonna use the bathroom real quick, and then you dogs we'll do the last part.
So, JT's draining his beast. It's me and Strider right now.
What up?
Hey Strider.
Just chilling, dude. JT's draining the lizard. Makes me
The
think
lizard.
of those friggin' lizards that we saw when we're crushing dank breakfast at
Oh,
Cabo
yeah.
Surf.
Iguanas.
Yeah, iguanas just posting up.
Iguanas are legit. You know, the thing about they can just lose their tail. They can just later their tail.
Yeah,
Like, dude, later.
and you know it's coming back.
Dude, I love that. I wish we had that ability to be like, if we had something where someone's trying to like, you know, keep us someplace. They're like, you're staying right here, and you're like, later, dude.
Yeah,
There's my arm.
and then done. That's kind of is that Deadpool strength? Is that what he does? He like regenerates? He like
I
can't
think,
die?
I think so. I think.
That'd be a
Yeah.
sick power, dude.
Same with Wolverine.
You know how many?
But can Wolverine regrow a limb?
I think it just like can't even get destroyed.
Yeah.
I would rather have Wolverine's strength.
You'd rather have Wolverine? Yeah, Deadpool looks
Deadpool.
kind of miserable. Although I
Yeah.
think they're both miserable.
True. They've been around so long, kind of jaded.
Yeah. If you could be a mutant, what kind of mutant power would you have?
Probably super strength, so I could get all sorts of back puss.
Nice.
No,
Nice.
I would get maybe speed, like being able to run super super fast. Flying, I don't know, dude. I don't like being flying, dude.
You know
I
what
don't
I'd
deal
get?
well with altitude.
You know what I'd get?
What,
Joe's hog.
bro? That's the most genius thing I've ever heard. Because that's something that you can truly, with great power comes great responsibility,
Mm-hmm.
and you will be responsible for making your GF so happy, and me, like, just
Yeah.
being like, dude, can I take a look? And then I'd see, I'd be like, that's like the statue of David, you know, Joe. But I feel like, dude, all the dudes we know with big hogs, they don't like showing them to their bros.
That's why I think if I got that power, I'd be like, you know, I'd show it to the world. I'd be like, who wants to see this beautiful creation.
Me.
Yeah. It's like, hey, are you having a can of beer? Do you want to see my can?
Yeah, and we're talking tall boy.
Mm-hmm.
JT's back. We stuck on brand and pretty much did solid talking of dong.
Oh, no.
Yeah,
I look forward,
very on brand.
I look forward to listening back to it.
Yeah.
Dude, what if like your phone says like, your average screen time?
Yeah.
What if on the pod we had like a measurement, average Joe hog time?
Well,
Oh, that's
it
a
would be
great
like the
stat.
meters that they have in Chernobyl,
Yeah.
where they're like, oh, it's like a 3.9 dong reading, and they're like, no, that's actually only big as your tool can measure.
Yeah.
It's
Right.
much bigger than that.
You guys talked about way more than
Yeah.
that.
Yeah, and they go, oh, that's not that big. It's manageable.
Yeah.
And they go, no.
A nuclear expert
Off
comes
the
in.
scale.
There's not instruments that have
Yeah.
even been invented that can calculate
Correct.
the density of the dong talk.
Yeah.
We need the Americans to send us an instrument. No, we can't ever reach out to the Americans. They have an instrument. No.
Yeah, that's like us like asking our girlfriends to listen.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
And they're like, I can't. It's too much dong. And you're like, you have to do it for us, please.
The pod.
Yeah, you have to listen for us to
Please.
fix the dong talk. And they're like, I guess if it's my duty. You have to sit next to them with their like brutalized face
Yeah.
from the body horror of our
Just-
lives.
Why are you talking about this again? It's the same thing.
How
again.
could you permit the dong talk to go on again and again
But it's
and again?
different this time. We're referring to it as a hog, whereas in the beginning we were strictly calling it a lizard. Do you understand?
Those are semantics.
Yeah. It's different.
Did anyone
It's who
ever
I
hit the
am.
abort button on the dong talk? It's like, you weren't allowed to.
Yeah.
You're saying the exact same thing every time. You don't get it. I was making a very succinct point there about the bell end.
Yeah, it's not what you talk about, it's how you talk about it.
So true.
Yeah. All topics are universal.
Thank you.
All right, Chad, who is your babe of the week?
My babe of the week is Howard Stern for his flow.
Whoa, nice.
He's been my legend, and I'm like, I want to talk about Howard again because he was so gracious enough to put us on his show. But I'm like, I got to make him babe, and I got to call out his amazing flow. The dude has flow, and he's had it throughout his whole career. He's maintained it, and it's just, the ball's on him, He goes on the radio. He speaks his mind. He speaks freely. He tells the truth. He asks the tough questions. He gets into it. And on top of that, he has amazing hair, and I think he really takes care of it. And he's got an excellent look. So I just want to give him props for that, and also just give him props for being an absolute legend. I love listening to Howard. I love his voice. I love his interviews. He just crushes it every time. I love his ability to be vulnerable, and I think he's just a titan in the industry, and there should be a statue made of Howard.
Nice. Maybe they'll build it on Joe's dong.
Oh,
Dude,
a
yeah.
little fit.
Strider, who is your babe of the week?
Dude, my baby of the week's gotta be my GF. When we were down on our dank trip in Cabo, dude, and I didn't even tell you guys it was my B-day one of the days. Held it against you, dude, in case you guys tried wussing out and not want to take some Don Julio shots and go out, but didn't even have to pull that card because you guys were being legends and hanging out and chilling.
Dude, we were on the phone with Brooks, and he told us, he goes, hey, what up? Did you guys tell Strider happy birthday? And me and Chad just looked at each other, and we looked back at you because you were in our eye line, and I was just like, that dirty dog.
That's right. That's right. Had to keep that trump card for the day. Didn't have to play it, though, because my dogs were legends. But, dude, my GF put a nice little card in my freaking little bathroom kit where I keep my shaver, my toothbrush, floss and all that, contacts. And found a nice little sweet card in there on my B-day. Really raised my stoke, made me feel loved. So, very, very nice. My babe of the week's got to be my GF, dude, for sure. Kidding me?
Dude, great babe of the week.
Thank you.
And happy birthday to the Strides.
Thank
Yeah,
you, my
happy
dogs.
birthday.
Thank you.
Dude, my babe of the week is Swen Nader. So I've been rewatching old basketball games on YouTube. I recommend it to anyone. It's like a little history class. So I was watching the 84 finals, game 6, Celtics versus the Lakers. And then this dude comes into the game, Swen Nader. I'm like, I never heard of this dude. 6'11" guy from the Netherlands with a great mustache. All kinds of just like 80s, but still looks like he could live in Orange County today. So I just instantly took a shining towards him. And I love his name.
Oh,
Swen Nader.
Yeah.
Like one of the most underrated names in sports, because you always hear about the guys who have the great names like Popeye Jones or Milton Bradley. I think Swen Nader is in that conversation. So
Totally.
Swen, you're my babe of the week.
Feels like he's from north of the wall, dude, not the Netherlands, dude. Feel like he's in Mance Raiders army, you know, just cruising down there.
Right. Dude, he looks
Him
like
and Wen.
that's not bad casting.
Oh, yeah. He kind of looks a little bit like Adams from if he shaved that mustache on Oklahoma.
Here's where I looked at him. This was when I saw
Oh, he's on
him.
the Lakers.
Yeah, he was Kareem's backup.
He looks like the guy in Narcos.
Dude, he's jacked.
And he got a lot of run. And dude, you watch those games and you realize basketball really was like, I think it was less star dependent back then. Like Bird and Magic kind of disappear for stretches. And it comes down to guys like Swen Nader or this guy Henderson on the Celtics or Cedric Maxwell. Never heard of him.
No.
He was the leading scorer when the Celtics won the title in '81.
Really?
I've never even heard of the guy.
No. Swen Nader, good look.
All right, Chad, who is your legend of the week?
My legend of the week is Lieutenant Michael P. Murphy. If anyone was watching my Instagram story on Monday, I did the Murph workout, which is a workout designed to honor Lieutenant Murphy. And by the way, I'm still sore. It was one of the toughest workouts I've ever done. It's a mile, and then this is all. Ideally, it's done with a 20-pound weighted vest. I didn't do a weighted vest for the first mile. My bad. I did a mile, 100 pull-ups with the weighted vest on, 200 push-ups, 300 body squats, and then another mile. I did the mile with the weighted vest. So I did all of it with weighted vest except for that first mile.
Dude, phenomenal performance and incredible integrity and being like legit honest about that.
Oh, thank you, dude.
Yeah.
We want to know.
Thank you. Yeah, it was. It took me 2 hours. Dude, I was at like the 40th pull-up. I was like, how the fuck am I? I was at that point. I was like, with the 20-pound vest, I was like, I could only do one or two at a time.
Oh,
And
totally.
it'd take like a minute. It took me like 45 minutes to do the pull-ups. Anyways.
Dude, yeah. I tried doing 10 in a row, no chance.
Yeah, dude. I'm still sore. Like I yesterday was brutal. But I just want to honor Lieutenant Michael P. Murphy because he was awarded the Medal of Honor for his actions in the Afghanistan war. Graduated from Penn State with dual degrees in political science and psychology. Became a Navy SEAL in 2002. And he died while he was surrounded by Taliban forces. And this was during Operation Red Wings, which was a counterinsurgent mission in the Kunar province of Afghanistan. So 3 SEALs and 16 U.S. Special Operations soldiers were killed. It was the largest loss of life since the War on Terror began. And they were on a mission to kill a top Taliban leader, Ahmad Shah. And Murphy was killed after he left his cover position and went to a clearing away from the mountains. He exposed himself to gunfire in order to get a clear signal to contact headquarters for relaying the dire situation and requesting immediate support for his team. He dropped the satellite phone after being shot multiple times, but picked the phone back up and finished the call. And while being shot, he signed off saying thank you. All 3 of Murphy's men were awarded the Navy Cross for their part in the battle, making theirs the most decorated Navy SEAL team in history. So the guy's just a legend. I just wanted to honor him, especially with
Badass.
Memorial Day this past week. So you're a legend, dude. And
Nice.
And
sure.
thank you Wikipedia for that info.
Strider, who is your legend of the week?
Oh, dude, my legend of the week's got to be my GF, dude, because honestly, the other day she freaking goes, you know what, Strider? I'm in summer mode. And I'm like, dude, that fires me up just hearing that. So it just immediately raised my stoke, and I'm like, I'm going to match you on that. We're going to go summer mode right now. We're going to freaking enjoy dank outdoor concerts, maybe even Zed's, cruise with my dogs, hit a keg stand, gargoyle a keg if I have to, all solo style. And so just freaking fired up to enjoy dank festivities this summer with my GF. So yeah, she's just a legend for getting me in that dank mindset, dude.
How do you react when your girlfriend says a fire quote like that and you instantly know that that it hits you deep? Like, what do you do?
100% 360 swivel in my desk chair, tuck my knees in so I can maybe even turn it into a 540, and just come facing her where she's been, on the couch enjoying a nice novel, And then I'll go, do you know how freaking dank that is? Do you know how dank that is that you just got me fired up like that? And she goes, yeah, I'm fired up about it. And then boom, dude. Immediately I'll probably come over, we'll cuddle a little bit, dude, maybe put on some Sabrina after that.
How's that been going, the Sabrina?
Finished it. Dang. Good show, dude. Good show. Dude, scary. I was like, who's this for? I think it literally is for, like, it's not for high schoolers. It's too scary. Like, if I was watching that show by myself at night with the lights off, I don't think I could.
But you got your lady there for you.
That's what I'm saying.
Your protector.
Thank you. Thank you.
I
Keeping
love
me
it.
safe.
That used to be my job.
It's true. It's true. I miss you. And Sabrina, you know, they can, the witches have power to transport. They can, like,
Teleport.
teleport themselves. Like they'll still be
They
where
can
they are.
transport. They can move some
But-
freight.
Yeah, exactly. But dude, they like they'll be sitting here and like then I can like hologram myself and just post up with you. So I could literally be posting up with my GF and posting up with you at the same time.
Dude.
That'd be my power. Dude, to take it back, that would be my power. 2 places at once.
You,
Double dank.
Did you guys talk about what your favorite power would be?
Yeah.
Mhm.
What did you say?
Joe's hog.
Whoa.
Legit.
See, that's what I'm talking about. That's what you're talking about when the dong talk isn't just dong
Yeah,
talk.
we never talked about
Yeah.
special powers.
It's
Yeah.
about respect. It's like
Yeah.
Joe's got something.
yeah.
Yeah. And he's humble.
And he wields it responsibly.
True.
Yeah.
He
Yeah,
honestly
you know.
doesn't wield it enough.
Yeah. Yeah,
But-
I like to
Yeah.
talk about it. I don't know.
That's coming from me, a small dong dude, you know?
My legend of the week is, I think it might have already been done by somebody else, is Christopher McDonald, Shooter McGavin.
Oh, dude.
Dude, the best.
Yes.
Such a great villain. The guy just plays it all the way up.
Yes.
He's so funny. He's so hateable. And dude, he's probably a really cool guy in real life, but he gets into these movies and he just plays an asshole like nobody's business. Like in House Arrest, he's just a shit husband. You know from the second you see him, you're like, I know who this piece of shit is. And that guy's bringing all of that to the table. And then as Shooter McGavin, he just is hilarious. And like, it's hard to be funny.
Yeah.
He's good. And then Thelma and Louise, one of the best movies ever. He's fucking amazing in that. As Gina Davis's like dumb, abusive husband. He's like just always funny, always great. In Quiz Show, he's the talk show host, the game show host. Good at that. He's just good.
The dad and Leave It to Beaver.
Yeah, but really, it's McGavin.
It's
though.
McGavin is the best character. Oh, hi, Grandma. One of the best, like, just the way he said,
Oh, we're friends.
hey, Grandma. Oh, yeah, yeah. Oh, yeah, dude, that guy, the Red Lobster guy.
Yeah.
Right, yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
sure.
oh, yeah, we're friends.
Yeah, we're so good.
And then,
Jesus, I'm out on the golf course.
Oh, yeah, so good.
Jesus, I've been on the golf course.
What's wrong with you people? And when
Or when he shoots well too. When
oh,
Yeah,
yeah.
oh, dude.
And dude, when he hits the putt and everyone's cheering and he goes, yes, and like throws
Yeah,
the cheer, is literally one of the best things I've ever seen in my life.
Damn you people. Go
Yeah.
back to your shanties.
Yeah.
Oh, dude, we reversed it this week.
So
I
good.
read them in the wrong order. We're ending with our beef of the week this week. I'm sorry, guys.
Oh, dang, that's all right.
Chad, what is your beef of the week?
My beef of the week. This is a long time coming, dudes.
Whoa.
Long time coming, dudes. People who hate mayonnaise. I got 2 words for you, dudes. Fuck you.
Nice.
Don't give me that look when I go for mayonnaise, okay? Don't judge me, all right? I don't need to know that you hate mayonnaise, you know? You know,
It
it's like,
grosses some people out.
yeah, they're like, oh, mayonnaise, mayonnaise. I'm like, I'll eat spoonfuls of this, okay? It's that delicious. Thank you, Best Foods, for making this delicious treat for me to put on my sandwiches.
My mom throws it in the spaghetti, makes it better.
Oh, wow, dude. Fucking
It
wow.
combos with marinara.
Oh.
I mean, aioli is just mayonnaise with other flavors. Am I right or am I wrong?
I've never known you to be wrong.
Thank you. Fired up. Now, I will tell you this, dude, Chad, I don't want to upset you right now. I don't want beef more. I don't hate mayonnaise, but I don't elect to add it to something. However, if it's in an egg salad, if it's in a recipe, I will never be like, oh, I can't eat that because there's mayonnaise in there. It's dang. It's very dang.
Thanks.
But I just like was kind of raised on,
That's
you
the
know,
attitude I'm looking for. I don't need the shame, you know? It's like,
Oh, yeah,
are you
no.
going to shame me for liking mayonnaise?
No, it's your sandwich.
Yeah.
Enjoy it.
Yeah. Thank you.
Strider.
My, is it my beef of the week?
Yeah.
Oh, dude, my beef of the week, and I may have done one similar to this, but it happened again. My GF is freaking straight up drilling it on Craigslist and on like Facebook Marketplace and other websites and eBay where you find dank deals on dank furniture, dude. And she found a dank new bed frame, legit. Made best offer. The couple's like, yeah, for sure, we love that, blah blah blah. Then they go, nah, dude, can't do it anymore. And it's sketchy. It's not that someone beat the offer, so they're lying like incorrectly, but they're like, oh, we paid like so much more for it a long time ago that now we want to charge you double of what we originally said. And so we're like, of course, no. And we were all stoked on getting this new bed frame, and now it's not going to happen because we can't make that deal because it wasn't the deal. And look, we don't make deals today based on what you paid yesterday. We make deals today based on what that exact item would be worth new. You know, that's like where we're coming from. It's like, work with us, baby. You know what I'm saying? So that's my beef of the week, dude. Just kind of, you know, Craigslist deals upsetting me and my GF. I don't like to see my GF get upset and lower our stokes. But we're still fired up. It's summer.
Dude, you got me jacked on a GF beef now, too. It's like my GF is trying to get a car right now. And then it's like a little difficult because of her visa. And then so they ran a credit check on her. Her credit's awesome. But then she checked the credit the next day and the credit had dropped.
What?
Yeah, because the car deal didn't go through. But the car deal didn't go through because of the visa, not because of the credit.
Oh, my God.
And so then we do a little research into credit scores, and they arbitrarily go up or down. Like, you can get approved for a credit card, and your credit score can drop. Even if, like my GF, you're super responsible, you make all your payments, you're a go-getter, hot little entrepreneur, like, they'll F you over for nothing.
That's wrong, dude.
That's bad. And then my final beef is just with myself, because I was at spin class yesterday, and the spin instructor, Sophia, said, you are the only person in your way.
Dude.
And I wanted to be in the second row, but there wasn't a lot of people there. And she said, you coming up? I said, no. She said, you nervous? I said, yeah. And then she just looked at me and I said, I'm coming up.
Legit.
Did she say that after you came up?
About how you're the only enemy? Yeah, it was towards the end of the ride.
Mm-hmm.
Like we were in the last stretch. And she's like...
You said it to you?
She said it to like 5 of us.
But it was to you.
It felt like it was like straight to me.
Yeah.
She was like, you are the only person in your way. And I just looked down at my pedals and I went, get ready to get some par.
Nice.
Chad, who is your...
Fired up.
What is your quote of the week?
My quote of the week comes from Tropic Thunder,
Nice.
Great movie.
where Robert Downey Jr. he goes, they're like trying to, so Jack Black is having his like withdrawal from heroin, and someone's like, can someone get him some booty sweat? And Robert Downey Jr. goes, yeah, get him chugging on some of Alpa's ass water. They'll get him around as a cure-all. And I just thought it was a hilarious quip that needs to be commended.
For sure. Strider,
Fired up.
what is your quote of the week?
All right. So mine is also from a film that I recently watched with my GF. In fact, I would like to say this is such a strong, powerful, and dank film that my GF was reading her book on the couch while I was watching the film. So very nice. It's great that we can do that together, too. It doesn't distract her from her reading. It also allows for us to be dank and cuddle with one another. But this quote is, and I'm going to mess it up a little bit, and maybe you can guess the movie, but it's going to be kind of tough. And they revisit this quote many times in the film, and they say, sometimes it is those that people imagine nothing of that end up doing the unimaginable.
Nice.
So it's something like that.
Romantic.
And I can't believe I'm forgetting it because I revisit it, but the movie is Imitation Game.
Nice.
Dank movie. Alan Turing, genius. Dude invented computers, dude.
How did they repay him? By chemically castrating him.
Chemically castrated him. So horrific because of prejudice and, homophobia.
But that's why
and
that
it was
movie's so
sick
amazing.
and
They're
wrong.
like, and this man saved all of us from Nazi domination.
Yeah.
And now watch him be forced to have his dick cut off.
Yeah, he literally won. He literally saved. They estimated there were like 14 million lives. He shortened the war by 2 years. And he's such a genius that when he cracked the code, they're like, "Oh, there's a boat that's gonna get attacked. We can stop it." And he's like, "No, we can't, because then they'll know we have the code." Like, he was like so powerful. He was like so
Counting lives.
Yeah, like, and that's just how his brain worked. Like, and that's his whole thing. He's just the way. And dude, Cumberbatch drills it in that, dude. He's so good. But yeah, dude, Alan Turing, total legend, man.
Yeah. He's one of those actors who just brings like elegance to everything.
Yes.
With those sharp cheekbones and that like high confidence.
Yeah, that's
like-
literally all that movie is. Tinker Tailor Soldier Spy that you took me to, where everyone fell asleep besides Kareem Abdul-Jabbar in the theater was sitting up there just into it for like 3 hours in. The whole movie is just wide shots of Cumberbatch just looking like this. And just moving his head in like a 15-foot
Right.
wide frame, and you're like, yeah, it looks very good.
Looks like there's important things
Yeah.
going on in his head,
Yeah.
and he's worried about other people who have
Correct.
important thoughts.
Totally.
Yeah.
And he looks good. He's dressed very sharp.
Yeah. Dude, my quote of the week is from this author, David Epstein, who wrote a book I really enjoyed called The Sports Gene, and now he's got a new one called Range, and I want to have him on the podcast, so we're going to reach out to him. But he had this quote on the Bill Simmons podcast. He said, "You learn who you are in practice, not in theory. Your insight into yourself is constrained by your roster of previous experiences. You have to try stuff, reflect on it, zig and zag, and keep doing that until you get to a niche where you uniquely can be successful and fulfilled."
Legit. That's
Dang.
what it's all about.
I love it.
That's it.
I got a review of the week.
Nice.
This comes from this one's just simple and I like it. It's concise. Oh, it's from Jermaine Para. Good podcast. It's good stuff, everybody.
He gets it.
Yeah.
Perfect.
Is that really from Jermaine Para? Wow, I didn't know that.
I haven't seen him in forever.
Yeah, but he left a review.
Thank you, Jermaine.
Yeah, guys, we love the reviews, so keep them coming.
I ran into Sam Tripoli, past
Yeah.
guest,
Yeah.
and he's like, "I bombed on your podcast." He was like, "You didn't like the," he's like, "You didn't like the PC stuff." I'm like, "I'm a big pussy," and then he's like, "And you weren't into the conspiracies," and I was like, "I just didn't believe some of them," and then he's like, "Which ones don't you believe?" And I was like the metals in the forest, because he started talking about that, like metal burning or forest fires, and I was like, a lot of the stokers said there's different kinds of metal, and then he went, "Oh, different kinds of metal," and he kept going at me, and then we just like laughed for like 10 minutes. He's great.
Yeah.
That's great.
I love that guy. His podcast is very entertaining. Even if I don't believe most of the conspiracy stuff, but it's just fun to entertain that stuff, I think. Unless it's like dangerous.
I don't believe any of them except that there's direct energy weapons that were used for the Malibu forest fire. I'm kidding.
Yeah.
Dudes, I think.
But like aliens is fun.
Yeah. Well, dude, New York Times, Washington Post, they're all running articles, and I'm a very like anti-conspiracy theory, but they all have articles right now about how the Navy has been seeing unidentified flying objects and then under cataloging it.
Wow.
Maybe because they don't want to speculate national kind of, maybe they think we'll all go crazy if
Yeah.
there's too much evidence, and they don't want to blow the top off before they know for sure.
Crazy.
But dude, yeah. Do you believe in aliens, Strider?
Dude, I mean, I think there's got to be something out there, dude. I mean, I saw that movie Fire in the Sky as a kid way too early. Scared me. Like, most people were afraid of the boogeyman. My biggest fear, the reason I pulled the covers over my head, aliens, dude.
Right.
So I fear aliens. I mean, there's a lot of space out there. There's a theory that, we're Martians from Mars because of proteins that were hit here. So I don't know. Maybe there's another Goldilocks condition where there's people, not people, but other beings living somewhere. And I don't know if it changes too much. I mean, like, religion adapted when, the earth when the earth went around the sun, not everything around the earth. I mean, there's, who's to say?
Right, you can
that's what
expand the
people really
stories to
worry
incorporate
about.
other stuff in.
Yeah.
Yeah. All
people are gonna drop
faiths
off,
are
but-
elastic if proof gets too far along in a contradictory way.
Yeah.
All right, guys.
Guys, that'll be it. Episode 73.
Legends.
Legends.
Stoked. The game at 6 tonight. Let's do
Let's
this.
do
dude.
it.
Yeah.
Let's put some action down.
Love it. Tasty action.
The action.
Got to.
The action for
Emma,
Daddy.
thank you.
Thank you, Emma.
Thank you.